Louisiana Raging Cajun team that was actually ranked number 21 in the preseason poll, the first time they've ever been ranked in a preseason poll, AP, or a coaches poll. They lost 38-18 to Texas in Austin, and that sets up an in-state matchup here in week 2. Jack Benjamin and Seth Thomas, so pleased to be on hand. And Seth, before we get into the football game, I do want to mention, hard to believe, 20 years since September 11th of 2001, as we sit here today. I was 5 years old. I don't mean to date you here, partner, but I was 5 years old, and I kind of remember it like it was yesterday. I am a New Yorker. For those who do not know, I'm a native of the suburbs of New York, and this is a day that hits home for many of us, myself especially. You know, I'm 1,400 miles away from home right now, but we're thinking about all of those loved ones who lost so many people close to them, all the people who protect this great country. This is a day to think about them first and foremost before we talk about any football game.
Yeah, I was 39, as a matter of fact. Remember going to work and seeing it unfold right there. And I heard somebody say today that 9/11 was this generation's version of Pearl Harbor. And I believe that's so true. Pearl Harbor was way back before my time, but I think it's true. And today, I think everybody that had forgotten a little bit remembered, and I think that's good. I think there's a rallying point for the country, and I know these guys were all too young, basically, to remember some may, but it's got to be on their mind as well. And I think it's a day to remember. I mean, I think that's what it is, and especially being a New Yorker, Jack. I mean, I can't even imagine. But yeah, let's put that in the rearview mirror and let's play some football.
Well, as we look at this matchup, a couple teams coming off week 1 losses, and we think about this Nicholls team and what they've overcome. Look, you don't want to use it as an excuse, use it as a crutch. This is a team that has gone through a whole lot. Here's the bright side of things. While they were in Memphis week 1, they had that wild trip. They actually stayed in Memphis for an entire week, so at least they got comfortable being in one spot. They did move hotels, but all signs point to them having a very solid week of practice. They went over to Nicholls last night. They come over here to Lafayette, really, in a sense, rejuvenated and refreshed. And the question mark now, Seth, is what are the biggest adjustments in your mind that have to change between last week's loss and here tonight against a very good team?
Well, everybody says the biggest improvement is from week 1 to week 2. Both of these teams will be in week 2, but I think it's two very different situations. The Colonels went, they had some things to build on. I think they moved the football. I think at times the defense played well, the special teams played well. So, I mean, I don't think that they were totally disappointed. You always want to win the ball game, but coming out of that game against a good Memphis team, they got some stuff to build on. On the other hand, I think UL was really looking to go in there and make a statement, get that ranking up, and win a big game against Texas. Didn't happen. They also got a game Thursday night on ESPN coming up against Ohio. Is this one of those games in the middle that, oh yeah, we beat Nicholls last time 70-7. We got this. Let's look ahead. It'll be packed on Thursday night. We'll see. But I think both teams have a reason to win tonight. Both teams have a reason to play hard. But I'm like you. I think the Colonels are refreshed. They're going to have an off week next week. I think they can just let it rip tonight.
Yeah, you teased the all-time series here. It's technically 4-0 in favor of UL. Now, a couple of their wins were vacated due to various sanctions, so it's technically 2-0 on the scoreboard. But the last meeting was in 2013, September the 14th, so almost 8 years to the day. That 70-7, very forgettable moment if you're a Nicholls fan. But look, it's a different team, a different time, of course, when you think about the Tim Rebowe era. And here's one of our top storylines, too. You've got a team that has something to prove in this Nicholls football team, and you have a coach and a coaching staff, I believe, Seth, with something to prove, too. Tim Rebowe spent more than a decade here, 11 years in Lafayette as a defensive coach. He was a safeties coach. He was a linebackers coach as an assistant. He liked his time spent here. We're going to hear from him next in the pregame, but in the back of his mind, he wants this one very, very bad, especially because he has 6 members of his staff from there at UL that are now with him at Nicholls.
And let me tell you, I know that Coach Rebowe is a class act, and he will never say this, but I think last time that they had a coaching vacancy here, his name was brought about from some people in the UL circles, and they got Coach Napier, and like I said, Coach Rebowe never looked back, but in the back of his mind, maybe it may be a little extra motivation to say, okay, I'll bring my team in here and see what you guys are missing.
We will see how that plays out here tonight. Looking back on week 1, and we'll get more into the stats a little bit, but offensively, that first drive was impressive against Memphis. 11 plays, 75 yards, about 5.5 minutes, marched it down pretty methodically, and after that it was 5 punts in the first half for the Colonels. So the question mark now, where does the biggest adjustment have to be made? I think one thing we can point to for sure, Seth, 28 carries for 100 yards total, and Julian Gums only rushed it 13 13 times for 48. That has to be much better the ground game tonight.
Must be, because you got to be able to control the clock. That first drive, as you mentioned, was so impressive. After that, I think if they could have built on it, even if they didn't score some of those drives, there were a lot of 3 and outs, and they gave the ball right back to Memphis, and the defense was worn out at halftime. So tonight, you got to keep the football away from UL. You got to get them first downs and hopefully turn them into some points. Like I said, special teams look good, so I think in that situation, the Colonels are in pretty good shape. The defense bend a little bit, didn't always break, so that's where they're going to have a big effort tonight against a very good UL team.
Nicholls 100 rush yards. Lindsey Scott was just 17 for 30, did throw a touchdown, 194 yards, and he rushed it 7 times for 24. Dejon Dixon led the way, his 10th career 100-yard receiving game, 7 catches for 107. Then you look at the defensive side of the ball, which you really could point to as even more of a problem, because the Colonels in total, Seth, in that game ended up allowing 587 yards, 4th most of the Tim Rebowe era. 2 of those totals came back in 2015, the most being 619 in October 2017 against Sam Houston, and they allowed 322 rush yards. So really on both sides, the running game is a must.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I'll tell you what, Memphis had some impressive running backs. Ran hard, were hard to tackle, and I think that was one thing that you may see improve from the first game to this one, the tackling. Colonels had a lot of missed tackles, had some chances to get off the field with some open field tackles, didn't do it. Tonight they got to do much better getting those ball carriers on the ground.
Yeah, Memphis really got whatever they wanted. The only area Memphis was not great was the red zone. Nicholls held them to 5 field goals, but they made all 5. We'll take a break, come back here in the Louisiana Cajun Bayou pregame show, and hear from the head man of the Colonels, Tim Rebowe, who again spent 11 years here. Pregame show, and hear from the head man of the Colonels, Tim Rebowe, who again spent 11 years here.
Going to get a lumbar puncture. We're also going to do a colon experimental surgery of spleen with a second liver. Decreases your risk ill or dying from COVID. I just don't know if I can trust. Well, that told me it's problematic. I just don't want you to get sick. I promise you it's safe. Doctors don't know everything. I went to school for years. This is the exact thing I know about. I'll take my chances. Well, do you still want the second liver surgery? Oh, yeah.
Attention Morgan City and Tri-City residents. The St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District 2 reminds you to please get a COVID-19 vaccine. Visit ldh.la.gov to find the COVID vaccine location near you.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites. Personally, I go with the chalupa.
What? You mean Crunch Wrap Supreme? Plus that beefy 5-layer burrito?
Perhaps you meant the bean burrito, grilled with chips and nacho cheese sauce.
Nah, you got a vibe with cinnamon twist and a Baja Blast.
Eat like you with Taco Bell's Build Your Own Cravings box, exclusively online or with the Taco Bell app. Must make selections from predetermined menu items. Limited participating U.S. locations for a limited time online or in the Taco Bell app only. Contact store for participation, which varies. Drinks exclude free booze.
Your cravings for Taco Bell's nacho fries can haunt you anywhere, at any time, and there's only one way to escape. Run to a participating Taco Bell location near you, because nacho fries are back for a limited time. DoorDash delivery available.
On the interview with Tim Rebowe, that was supposed to be coming. We will try to get that for you here shortly. Let's take a break. Let's take another 60-second break. Come back and get you the interview with Tim Rebowe here on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
I'm Gabe Beadle with Urgent Care of Morgan City, your family's best option for quality, affordable, and immediate health care, where we specialized in caring for non-life-threatening conditions, from common colds to minor accidents, as well as all of your other health care needs. We provide treatment much faster at a fraction of the cost of an emergency room. We care for both insured and uninsured patients, including workers' compensation cases. And best of all, no appointment is necessary. So for all your health care needs, see the experienced healthcare staff and providers at Urgent Care of Morgan City, located at 1216 Victor II Boulevard.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at A.J. Dolman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. give us a call at AJ Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
Attention Tash Action Clinic patients who use our clinic in Thibodaux or one of our clinics in Terrebonne Parish. We regret to announce that these sites are closed until further notice. However, we invite you to continue your care at our clinic in Morgan City or at our main campus in Franklin. Our clinic in Morgan City is located at 1124 7th Street. Call 985-384-2371 to make your appointment there. Our main campus in Franklin is located at 1115 Weber Street in Franklin. To make your appointment there, call 337-828-2550.
Head coach Tim Rebo. Coach, we discussed just how difficult the preparations were, gearing up for the opener last week. With everything going on off the field, there's still obviously challenges involved, but to be in one spot the way you've been in Memphis this week, to kind of get that full week of preparation, what's that been like, and how has the week of practice gone?
I think every week has its challenges. Everything just seems a little bit different. It was good to stay in one location. It was good. The only thing we had to do was move our team hotel on Sunday, which that was a little bit of a test, but we still got our practice in. We tried to keep it a normal week. We had our same routine. We operated out of a base hotel where we had our meetings. We had one place that we practiced all week. It was fantastic. So I think our guys had a really good week despite some of the distractions that was occurring around them.
And you've said it plenty, but very fortunate that Memphis has been able to help out the way that they have. Coach, looking back at that opener, 42-17 loss to a very good Memphis football team, and they're going to likely win a lot of games this year in the American Athletic Conference, but you guys get off to a really good start. You march it down to that opening drive and then some struggles in the remainder of that first half. I know there were bright spots, but just curious, your biggest takeaways from that week one loss.
I thought the speed of the game got us a little bit. I was asked a question this week, how much it affected us. I don't think it affected us at all in the first drive. I mean, we took the first drive, like you said, and went right down the field. I thought we were sharp. I thought we were fresh. I thought we were crisp. I thought we did some things later on in the game that hurt us. We hurt ourselves. Again, the big thorn in the side was penalty. You can't have 12 penalties in a game against a good football team and expect to have some success. The other part, we didn't turn the ball over, but we turned one over late, but we also didn't create any turnovers for ourselves, and we got to be able to get off the field on some third down situations.
Yeah, you mentioned the penalties, 112 penalty yards, Coach. That's the most in your time as head coach. Offensively, 28 rushes for 100 yards as a group. This team goes as the running game goes. What have you been thinking about in terms of getting that running game a little bit more efficient come this week?
I think we got to start setting the pace on offense a little bit. I thought there were some times that we waited around a little bit. We didn't have the right tempo that we wanted. We got to be able to push the envelope a little bit, put a little pressure on the defense, and I don't think we did that.
You talked about the defense a little bit. One area I thought you were pretty good was when Memphis would get the ball in the red zone, you held them to field goals 5 out of 9 times. I guess the biggest question mark for you then defensively becomes, well, what's been the biggest message?
Tackling. I didn't think we tackled real well in the game, and I watched a lot of college football last weekend and watching some things that happened. I don't think overall the tackling is very good, and I thought that was a thorn in our side on Saturday. We got to be able to wrap up. We got to be able to game tackle. We got to be able to run the ball. I think it was obviously not only on defense but also on special teams.
Jack Benjamin speaking with Nicholls football head coach Tim Rebo, now in his 7th season. His Colonels trying to bounce back today against Louisiana to get to 1-1, playing a second straight game against an FBS opponent on the road. Coach, more than a decade for you spent at this place. I know you're very familiar with Cajun Field and, of course, this program and so many that are around it. A lot of great memories from you between 2004 and then ultimately taking the Nicholls job after the 2014 season. But, you have so much of your staff that was with you there at UL as well. When you think about your 2 coordinators and 6 other members, any memories come to mind for you the most, all your time spent there? I know there had to be plenty of bright spots for you along the way.
Jack, I really hadn't thought about that. I mean, it's been business as usual. It's a game. It's the next game on the schedule. We're going into a hostile environment. I know how they are in that stadium. We just got to be well prepared. And that was my goal this week, is to prepare this football team to play against a very, very well coached football team.
Yeah, you talk about them being well coached under Billy Napier, coached back-to-back 10-win seasons. They come off a tough loss to Texas, so they're going to be hungry in front of the home crowd. What do you see from them when you watch them? They got an experienced quarterback, experienced defense. What are you thinking about this week?
Offensively, he makes it go. Levi does a great job. He knows the offense. He understands it. He takes what the defense will give you. They've recruited well over the years, but you can just see how the organization is run and how well coached and disciplined those guys are. They have a plan. They believe in it, and they go out and execute it each week.
Only about an hour and 40 away from Thibodeau, so hopefully we see some Colonel Red and Gray over there in the stands. Coach, appreciate the time as always, and best of luck today, okay?
Jack, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, that is head coach Tim Rebowe. His Colonels trying to bounce back and get to 1-1 on this young season against the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. We'll come back, continue on with our Louisiana Cajun Bayou pregame show, getting ready for Nicholls in Louisiana on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
It's Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just arrived the all-new Intruder Package trucks. These beasts are factory-approved and warranted 6-inch lifts, 37-inch tires, special leather kits, and much more. Let me also introduce you to the newest member of the Jeep family, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The most awarded vehicle on the planet now has a new look and a third-row seat. These beautiful vehicles are arriving daily. And remember, sold orders take priority at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
I'm Gabe Beadle with Urgent Care of Morgan City, your family's best option for quality, affordable, and immediate health care, where we specialized in caring for non-life-threatening conditions, from common colds to minor accidents, as well as all of your other health care needs. We provide treatment much faster at a fraction of the cost of an emergency room. We care for both insured and uninsured patients, including workers' compensation cases. And best of all, no appointment is necessary. So for all your health care needs, see the experienced health care staff and providers at Urgent Care of Morgan City, located at 1216 Victor II Boulevard.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at A.J. Doman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. Give us a call at A.J. Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
Attention Tesh Action Clinic patients who use our clinic in Thibodeau or one of our clinics in Terrebonne Parish. We regret to announce that these sites are closed until further notice. However, we invite you to continue your care at our clinic in Morgan City or at our main campus in Franklin. Our clinic in Morgan City is located at 1124 7th Street. Call 985-384-2371 to make your appointment there. Our main campus in Franklin is located at 1115 Weber Street in Franklin. To make your appointment there, call 337-828-2550.
It's Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just arrived the all-new Intruder Package trucks. These beasts are factory-approved and warranted 6-inch lifts, 37-inch tires, special leather kits, and much more. Let me also introduce you to the newest member of the Jeep family, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The most awarded vehicle on the planet now has a new look and a third-row seat. These beautiful vehicles are arriving daily. And remember, sold orders take priority at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites. Personally, I go with the Chalupa.
What? You mean Crunch Wrap Supreme? Plus that beefy 5-layer burrito?
Perhaps you meant bean burrito, grilled with chips and nacho cheese sauce.
Nah, you got a vibe with cinnamon twists and a Baja Blast.
Eat like you with Taco Bell's Build Your Own Cravings box, exclusively online or with the Taco Bell app. Must make selections from predetermined menu items and limited participating U.S. locations for a limited time online or in the Taco Bell app only. Contact store for participation which varies. Drinks exclude freezers.
Your cravings for Taco Bell's nacho fries can haunt you anywhere, at any time, and there's only one way to escape. Run to a participating Taco Bell location near you, because nacho fries are back.
Season, Central Boat's been in the marine transportation business for over 50 years and provides specialized tug and barge services to the oil field, liquid cargo, and project cargo industries. For more info about CBR and career opportunities, go to our website, www.centralboat.com. Go Colonels! All right, Seth, we look at this matchup again, Nicholls and Louisiana. Why don't we take a look at the starting lineups and begin with this Nicholls offense. Led once again by Lindsey Scott, second year as the starter. Week 1 for Lindsey, 17 for 30 through the year, 194 and a touchdown. What are you looking to see from him, especially trying to get off to a better start?
Well, I'm looking for him to build on what he did last week. He had a good first drive, and then he really had a couple of nice drives in the second half. Hopefully he can keep that consistency. Got to make those third downs. Want to see him be more efficient on third down.
Julian Gums is the running back, now fourth-year junior from New Orleans, just 13 carries for 48, as Nicholls tries to establish that run game a little better. Receiver-wise, KJ Franklin, sophomore from Prairieville, had a touchdown catch last week on that first drive of the game. A beautiful one from 10 yards away on a fade. Dantes Costley, only one catch for 12. Dejon Dixon, his 10th career 100-yard receiving game last week, Seth. But, the receiving core outside Dejon, they've got to put a little more pressure on the secondary because, of course, every game they're going to double and bring safety help on Dejon.
No doubt. And KJ Franklin, he was pretty effective last week, but they're going to have to do more to get these guys involved. You can't just put your face on number 5 every time because, like you mentioned, they're going to double and triple team him tonight.
And as far as the offensive line goes, same luck. Mark Bartholomew is the left tackle. P.J. Burkhalter, the All-American left guard, starting his 48th career game. He started all 48 in his career. Evan Russell, the center. Mikhail Hill at right guard. And Jair Joseph at right tackle. Defensively for Louisiana, up front, the defensive end, Zion Hill, a redshirt junior out of New Iberia, and Andre Jones, redshirt junior out of Varnado. And then Taylor Humphreys, a very good nose tackle. He's at his third stop now. Hutchinson Community College, FIU for a year, and now at Lafayette. He's a part of the Senior Bowl watch list. A.J. Riley and Chauncey Manak are the outside backers. Chris Moncrief and Lorenzo McCaskill, the inside backers, and Jalen Johnson plays that star defensive back position. The safeties, Percy Butler and Braylon Traha, and Eric Guerrer and Mekhi Garner are the corners. Offensively, this Louisiana team a year ago averaged 33.5 points per game, Seth. In week 1 against Texas, just 18 on the board. Levi Lewis is their quarterback. It's his 5th year now here in Lafayette. He's at a Baton Rouge watch list for the Manning Award, the Davey O'Brien Award. He's a very good left-handed quarterback, and Nicholls better get some pressure on him tonight.
Yeah, and he can beat it with two legs as well. He's last week against Texas, they kind of kept him in the pocket, forced him to throw the ball down the field. He had 285 yards, but wasn't really effective, only one touchdown. So I think the Colonels want to keep him in the pocket, don't let him run the football, get some pressure, and make him make the mistake.
The running back is Chris Smith. He's a redshirt sophomore from Louisville, Mississippi. First-team All-American last year as a kick returner. 11 carries for 54 and a touchdown in the Week 1 loss against Texas. The receivers, Kyron Lacey, who's a native of Thibodaux. He is a quick kid. Actually had some Power 5 offers coming out of high school. Number 8 receiver in Louisiana by 247 Sports. Jalen Williams, 26-year-old redshirt senior. You don't see that much. How about a guy, Seth, who played 3 years of minor league baseball out of high school, went to LSU for 2 years, didn't ever take a snap, and here he is now. He was the leading receiver last week, 5 for 71, 6'3", 220.
Big target, and you can tell he's athletic.
Peter LeBlanc is the other wide receiver for this team. Neil Johnson, Johnny Lumpkin are the tight ends, and Ken Marks is the left tackle. A.J. Gilly at right and left guard. Shane Vallow is on the Remington Award watch list, best center in college football. Osiris Torrance is a 2-time first-team selection at right guard. He started 25 of 26 games, and also an all-conference guy at right tackle in Max Mitchell. This offensive line for UL, last year they allowed 4 sacks. Beg your pardon. Last year allowed a total of 9 sacks and 40 TFLs. Both were top 5 marks in the nation, so this is a very good offensive line that returned nearly everybody party. Defensively for Nicholls, we saw a couple of new faces last week. Zach Bernard, Glenn Thurman, Perry Gansey up front. Can any of those guys generate pressure? How did the Colonels go about generating pressure today?
Well, they didn't really blitz a whole lot last week. I think you can see it more in the blitz package from Coach Brian Becky, and maybe you'll see more in some of those other guys getting in there from the safety and, again, just try to wreak havoc in that backfield.
As far as the linebacker core, Elijah Reams, Tyree Evans, Hayden Shaheen, and Kevin Johnson is the nickel. Kevin Moore, we saw Dwayne Betts play pretty well last week. He's a guy who's got some experience on this stage. A year at South Alabama last year. Actually, his season-high output in tackles was 8 against Louisiana on November the 14th of 2020. And then Jarius Monroe and James Tobin are the corners. Those guys are going to be busy here today against a very experienced wide receiver group. So right now, fans are starting to fill in. The tailgate scene here. I know you have some mixed feelings about this place. Well, maybe they're not a super mixed, Seth. But look, the tailgate scene is pretty good. We've seen fans kind of starting to file in a little bit. Still not nearly full here at Cajun Field. This is an interesting note that I found. Built in 1970, first game in 1971. And how about this tidbit for you, Seth? First game played here September 25th of 1971 against my alma mater, which used to have a football team, Santa Clara University. How about that? A 21-0 win over the Broncos. That was 50 years ago. This place has been around.
Didn't have a little connection there, but, this is the first real game I think that they've had the ability to have everybody in here. And, of course, after that loss last week, I think if they'd have won last week, obviously you'd have seen a whole lot more people. And they'll probably tell you after the game that it was packed to standing room only. You're right, they do tailgate out in the front, and, they got some great food here in Acadiana. But, if there's any indication, hopefully the Cajuns are taking the Colonels just as lightly as this crowd is. I did see a nasty sign in the student section across the way, by the way, so it's ramped up. It says Nicholls puts tomatoes in their gumbo, and that's fighting words. So, they threw the first salvo, so hey, that's fight. You don't put tomatoes in gumbo, and somebody held up a sign. So I'm just letting everybody know that we're going to take care of that.
Well, the Colonels have never beaten an FBS in-state opponent. They're 0-13 all time. They're trying to flip that script here tonight. We'll come back in 2 minutes, get to the coin toss, and set for kickoff. Nicholls and Louisiana on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Medications can be scary sometimes.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we could promise you the same results for less than $2 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for Viagra, you're being taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $2. We'll do the math for you. You save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 45 blue pills or 45 yellow pills for $99 and add 5 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call us at 800-975-1289 and get your 50 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in an unmarked package. Call us right now. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289.
Here's good news for persons needing a medical prescription filled. Tesh Action Clinic Pharmacy could possibly fill your medicine, even if you're not a patient of Tesh Action Clinic. Tesh Action Pharmacy in Morgan City is located right across the street from Tiger Stadium at 1124 7th Street. Call today at 985-385-9925 and press option 6 to speak with a pharmacist about your medicine.
Archie Manning here for Thibodeau Regional. In the Manning household, you could say we're pretty serious about sports. And just like the expert team at Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional, we're also very serious about sports safety, especially concussion. They have advanced concussion testing technology that provides a more accurate, objective diagnosis.
Nicholls, you're the visiting team. You get to call the coin toss. This is your head, and this is your tail. What's their choice? Tail. Tails is his choice. It is tail. You won the toss. You want the first. Nicholls won the toss. Elected to defer to the second half. You want to receive. You want to receive, correct? Which end would you like to kick from? You want to kick this way?
All right, so you heard there, Nicholls did win the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So we'll see the defense out there first. And Seth, when we see the defense out there, one guy we're not going to see, who we have seen play pretty much every snap in his 2 years so far in Thibodeau, now we're counting a spring season with the 2019 season, is Kevin Moore. He has started every game, and number 7 is walking back toward the sideline right now in sweatpants. That is a big, big loss. He's the strong safety on this team, so likely that means some kind of shifting with Jordan Jackson, Dwayne Betts, and Kevin Johnson for those 2 safety spots in the nickel.
Yeah, he's really like the cornerback in that secondary. He comes off that edge to get the pressure. He's usually the best tackler, so you losing the guy with the most experience and your best, arguably your best defensive back. So that's a huge loss for the Colonels.
A big, big loss indeed. Again, Nicholls last week, a 42-17 loss in a game where they scored on the opening drive. 11 plays, 75 yards. They held Memphis to a field goal. It was 10-7 after the first quarter, but after those opening 7 points from the Colonels, they did not score again until their first drive of the third quarter. 5 punts to finish off the first half, and Memphis scored 32 consecutive points. So getting off to a fast start is certainly a must here today. Again, the all-time series, UL leads 4-0, 70-7 victory, one of the worst losses in Colonel history back in September of 2013. Almost 8 years to the day, they meet again here at Cajun Field. Nicholls on the field, white jerseys, white pants, gray helmets, and UL wearing the vermilion red pants, red helmets, white stripes, white numbers. Craig Walker has the ball teed up at the Nicholls 35-yard line to our right. About a 7-mile-per-hour wind going right to left. That's blowing northeast. So Nicholls kicking with the wind here to start. 84 degrees, about 53% humidity. A beautiful, beautiful Saturday night here in Lafayette as Craig Walker strides about 7 yards behind that football. To our left, it's Chris Smith and Eric Guerrer. Chris Smith's one of the most electrifying return men in all of FBS football. 2 kick return touchdowns last season. Redshirt sophomore from Louisville, Mississippi. Kick away, end over end, and it will sail to Smith from his own goal line. New numbers the 10-15, a cut at the 20, and he'll tumble down right there. So UL will start from their own 20-yard line on the game's opening drive. This Nicholls defense, which allowed 42 points last week, Seth, has a chance to get off to a good start, get a little momentum on the side of the road team, which has traveled some folks. It's hard to tell because the 2 teams share colors in a sense.
You're right about that, but yeah, the Colonel defense would love to come out here and set the pace early and maybe shut down that running game and force the Cajuns to pass.
Levi Lewis is the 5th-year senior quarterback. He starts in the shotgun. Chris Smith behind him. 2 receivers left from the 21st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Throwing in the flat. That's complete to his tight end, Johnny Lumpkin. Far numbers across the 30, and he pushes his way past the 35. Far sideline down to the 38-yard line. Gain of 18 and a first down.
Yeah, just put a guy in motion, got the ball out to him, and they'll run a quick offense there right back at the line of scrimmage.
No huddle, 1st and 10 from the UL 38. Snap back Lewis, throwing quickly on a screen pass. Low throw. Tough catch made. That is That's complete. Kyron Lacey, freshman out of Thibodeau. He's not a true freshman. He played back in 2020. Only Thibodeau native on this roster for UL. That's about a 6-yard pickup to the 43-yard line of UL. 2nd down and 4, moving left to right. Lewis has 2 right, 1 left. Smith the back behind him. Shotgun snap, turns, hands off, and not a whole lot of room to run there. Past the 42-yard line, might have lost half a yard.
Good job by the interior line. Got out the blocks and really bottled everything up before the running back could get going. That was Smith.
So Dante Fleming splits wide left, along with Jalen Williams, their leading receiver last week. 1 receiver right. Smith to the left of Lewis in the gun. 3rd and 5 from the 43. Snap is back. Handoff goes to Lewis, and he's pulled down on a nice tackle by Hayden Shaheen right near the first down marker. I think they're going to wave this one forward, Seth, and they will. He needed 5. He got just enough to move the chains at the 48.
And again, he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Could have got him down, but got to the secondary. And and it's first down.
Smith the back on the left of Lewis from the 48. First down and 10, moving left to right. Nicholls in that four-man front. Approaching 2 gone, first quarter, no score. Game's opening drive. Lewis to throw near sideline, and a leaping two-handed catch, tiptoeing the near sideline by Michael Jefferson. Fourth-year junior from Mobile, Alabama, a transfer from Alabama State. And a big pickup there for UL, gain of 30.
The result of the play is
Chase Brown and Markwell Price is in that secondary right now.
To the 24-yard line of Nicholls, first and 10. Lewis throwing far side, pass caught Kyron Lacey. He's brought down with an ankle tackle.
complete to number 8, Michael Jefferson.
That's Malik Woodery on the stop. Take your pardon, Markwell Price. Imani Bailey checks into the backfield. True freshman from New Orleans to the left of Lewis in the shotgun.
The result of the play is
first and 10 at the 14 and Nicholls, 2.5 gone. First quarter, game's opening drive, and now our referee, Trennis Livingston, is going to hold up play, and now he's ready to go. From the 14, first and 10, Lewis to throw. Looking right, lofts toward the end zone. Jump ball caught. What a catch. John Stevens Jr. out of Logansport, a transfer from TCU at the near pylon. He makes the catch. It's 14 yards and an impressive opening drive for UL. 7 plays, 66 yards. Make it a 8 plays, 80-yard touchdown drive. 6-0 UL about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, awfully impressive. They just went down pretty much throwing the football. And I'll tell you what, you got to give Lewis some credit. He looked awfully good on that drive.
The kicker is Kenneth Almendarez. He missed the first extra point of his career last week against Texas. He has never missed a field goal. He was 23 on 23 for extra points last year. And this kick to our right is straight through the uprights and good. 7-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. That took 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock for UL. We take a break. 7-0 Louisiana. Nicholls ball when we return on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Trump and Fix is your... Archie Manning here for Thibodeau Regional. In the Manning household, you could say we're pretty serious about sports. And just like the expert team at Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional, we're also very serious about sports safety, especially concussion. They have advanced concussion testing technology that provides a more accurate, objective diagnosis and safer return to play. So play hard, play to win, but play it safe with Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional.
Morgan City Mayor Lee Dragner is a big sponsor of today's Nicholls Colonels game. Special shout out to number 4, long snapper Andre Dragner.
I wanted my job.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
Sponsored by the St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District Number 2.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at A.J. Doman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. Give us a call at A.J. Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
Yeah, we're here in Lafayette, week 2. Nicholls and the UL both trying to get to 1-1 in this young season. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you. 7-play, 80-yard touchdown drive for UL, capped by a 14-yard touchdown catch by John Stevens Jr., which was the first touchdown catch and the first reception of his UL career. So this is Nate Schneider to kick it away from his 35 to our right. And here is Jordan Jackson from his 10. Far numbers the 20. Hit right there and dropped at the 21-yard line where he's driven back by a host of UL tacklers. So that's where Nicholls will take over, led by Lindsey Scott. Now in his 6th year of college football, on his 3rd Division I school, 2nd year at Nicholls. Last week, 17 for 30 against Memphis. A touchdown pass on his opening drive, but only averaged 6 yards per attempt set. So getting the ball downfield here and also getting a little support in the run game will be a must.
That's going to be a must, and they'll start with an empty backfield, and now they'll put Gums back from the slot back into the backfield.
Dixon and Franklin left. Dixon will move to the left slot. Costly right for the 21, 1st and 10. Scott back to throw. He's looking deep. Go route. Dantes Costly's got it in stride. Outside the right hash mark, and he trips down at about the 22-yard line. Now they're going to call it the 25. It's a huge pickup for Nicholls in the first play from scrimmage, 46 yards.
Had he been and kept his feet, it went all the way for the touchdown, but a good pitch and catch on the first play. Big play for the Colonels.
What a dime from Lindsey Scott. All the way to the 25-yard line of UL. Gums right behind Lindsey in the shotgun. Negrado motions out of the tight end spot to the left slot. Dixon left to right. From the 25 of UL, 11:35 ticking first quarter. Nicholls down 7-0, looking to tie the game. Handoff, Gums running right. Gets past the 25. Works forward on the numbers to about the 21-yard line. Gain of 4. Brought down by Lorenzo McCaskill, the inside linebacker. 2nd down and 6 upcoming as we approach 11 to go first quarter.
Good run on the right side. Got a little seam. Just tell you what, he's always falling forward. That's the one thing about Gums. Always positive yards.
Dixon and Costly left. Negrado, the tight end, off the line to the right, along with David Mosley. Gums to the left to Scott in the gun. 2nd down and 6 from the 21 of UL. Snap back, play action throw. Dixon on a slant at the 10. Near numbers 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nicholls. What a response. In the blink of an eye. 3 plays, 81 yards, and the Colonels respond like that. It only took about a half minute off the clock. 7-6 extra point pending to tie the game. 10:54 to go in the first quarter.
Outstanding play, and I tell you what, Dejon Dixon, he is involved big time in the first 2 games.
How about that response? Gavin Lassane with the extra point, held by Andre Dragna. Snap from Dominic Braccato, and the kick to our left is straight through and good. Well, we wanted to see how the Colonels would respond to adversity on the road. First test passed with flying colors, A+. 10:54 to go first quarter. Dixon, a huge touchdown reception. He brings it in from 21 yards out. Tied at 7, 10:54 first quarter on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Your dental health is very important. That's why Homa Family Dental proudly serves Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Mary parishes. We provide high-quality dental services that resolve the dental needs for the entire family. Come see our brand new office located on the corner of Highway 311 and Polk Street in Homa. Dr. Stephen Morgan and Associates provide same-day crowns, orthodontics, and Botox treatments. Make your appointment today and visit our website at homafamilydental.com.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. For industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us at 985-876-6254 for all of your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, or 6185 Highway 1, Packerville to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers, a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels!
On-campus veteran services. We also like to extend thank you to our service members, Dominic Hayberry.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix scoring drive. Please call us 985-876-6254 for all your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations, 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, Louisiana, 6185 Highway 1, Payne, Courtville, Louisiana, to discuss upcoming projects. 3 plays. Now, they've got it listed here, Seth, as 90 yards. That drive started at the 21. That should be an 80-yard drive. But still, it was very quick. It took a minute 10 off the clock. And Scott to Dejon Dixon for 21 yards.
Yeah, what an outstanding start. Sort of similar to last week, the Colonels did get the ball and bring it down to the end zone their first possession. That was 2 big-time plays. And I tell you what, if that's an indication, we might have a track meet out here today.
Could be. So the Colonels tied up 7 apiece. 10:54 first quarter here in Lafayette. 5th meeting all time between these two programs. Nicholls has never beaten Louisiana. Every meeting has been here at Cajun Field, which continues to fill up with fans matriculating over from the tailgate section, which was packed earlier. Craig Walker is behind it at his own 35 to our right. The dangerous Chris Lewis to our left stands at the goal line. End-over-end kick. This is returnable. Lewis from his own 5 to 10. Right hash mark 15, 20, 25 near numbers 30, 35, 40. He's loose and he breaks a tackle, and he's just tripped up by Jordan Jackson. He's saved a touchdown, Seth, right at midfield. That's a 45-yard return. It would have gone 95 yards if not for Jordan Jackson.
Yeah, and you said it. He's dangerous back there, and I'm very surprised the Colonels are even kicking it to him. I think from now on you may see him kick it, sky kick it, maybe kick it away from him.
We weren't kidding when we said he might be the most electrifying guy in FBS football at returning kicks. He was 4th in the nation last year, average return. He was 1 of 4 in the country to return 2 kicks for touchdowns. Levi Lewis was 5 for 5 on that opening drive for UL. 75 yards and a score to John Stevens. Starts in the gun along the right hash mark, right at midfield. Smith, the back behind him, 2 receivers left. Now they motion Williams right. Snap back, handoff Lewis running right at the numbers. And he gets a good yardage up across the 45 of Nicholls. Shoved out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. This Nicholls defensive front not getting a whole lot of push
at that time. And again, they're right up at the ball. And Carroll's going to have to make some negative plays here, as it's all positive so far for the Cajun offense.
Imani Bailey to the right of Lewis, 2nd and 3 from the 43, throwing far side on a screen. Lacey breaks a tackle, 35. Far numbers 30, finally rolled over at the 22 of Nicholls. Another pitch and catch there, 21 more yards, and they are just carving up this Colonel defense.
Yeah, right now they're just finding a mismatch, hitting them, and they're breaking tackles and making positive yards.
Already 10 to go now in the first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter, tied at 7. 1st and 10, Nicholls 27-yard line. Lewis to throw, looking right. In the pocket, pressure coming. He spins. He moves to his left. He looks. He now runs and tucks it down, crosses the 30, and steps out of bounds at the 28-yard line. All that to lose a yard. Good pursuit by Gansey and Thurmond, and it's a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11.
And that's the key. You got to get pressure. You got to get him off his spot. If they throw it in rhythm, there's going to be completions all day. That time, nice job of that interior line to make him at least get out of that pocket.
2nd and 11 from the 28-yard line of Nicholls. Trips right. Lone man left is Fleming. Lewis in the gun. He's got Bailey behind him. Looks into the 5-man Nicholls front. Snap is back. Handoff Bailey. Running right. Nothing there. Well, that's some good tackling. Tim Rebo stressed it. Have to tackle better this week. I'll tell you who was on the line of scrimmage quickly. Dwayne Betts, the South Alabama transfer, who has experience playing Sunbelt schools.
Yeah, and he's done a good job the last couple of weeks, so give him some credit for coming up there, and he's just going to get better and better.
Gain of called 1 on the play. So it's 3rd down and 10. The UL last week against Texas was just 4 for 13 on 3rd down. They haven't had one yet today. 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line of Nicholls. Twin receivers either side. Motion man left to right, Williams. The back is Montrell Johnson. Handoff, Johnson running left, and a great ankle tackle made in the backfield. Oh, in the blink of an eye, he was just enveloped down by the rangy Tyreek Boyd. It's a loss of maybe 2 yards on that play, Seth. It is 2 yards. That means the field goal unit's coming out for UL.
Tyreek Boyd just sold out. He went on a run blitz. What a tackle in the backfield. And there's that Colonel defense again, stopping them after they had the momentum.
So this is going to be a 46-yard field goal try for Kenneth Almendarez. Has not missed in his young career. Career long of 48 last week against Texas. He's 7 for 7 in his 2 years kicking. Snap good, hold good. Kick is is end over end to our right, and it is good. Wow. How about 8 for 8 to start his college career? That's pretty darn good. But look, if you're forcing them to kick 46-yard field goals, you're doing your job.
You're doing the job that time. Give him credit. He put it through, but, hey, the Colonels get it back.
10-7, the lead for Louisiana on Nicholls. Action-packed first quarter already, 8:20 to go on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Do you love being outdoors?
I wanted my job.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
Sponsored by the St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District Number 2.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at A.J. Doman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. Give us a call at A.J. Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
6-play, 21-yard scoring drive for UL, capped by a 46-yard field goal by Kenneth Almendarez, has the Raging Cajuns on top of the Colonels. 10-7, 8:20 to go in this first quarter. Hey, Colonel fans, do you love being outdoors but find the sun's harsh rays wreak havoc on your eyes? You can experience comfortable, quality vision on even the sunniest days. Mitchell Family Eye Care, Thibodeau's 5-star rated family vision and medical eye doctors, are also one of the largest dealers of design sunglasses in the region. And the doctors and staff at Mitchell Family Eye Care are committed to providing the most advanced eye care available. Come in and mention this ad for exclusive 30% off any Costa Del Mar polarized sunglasses. See the difference at Mitchell Family Eye Care. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you from Cajun Field. Defense does its job holding UL to 3 after they were given some tough field position.
Yeah, a couple plays and it looked like UL was right back on track, and then all of a sudden, great play and that secondary by Tyree Boyd, and had to settle for 3.
So, Nate Schneider will kick it away from his 35 to our left. Jordan Jackson and David Robinson stand to our right around the 2. The wind is a little bit in to the face of the Raging Cajuns kicking here in this first quarter. Nicholls, 3 plays, 80 yards to score a touchdown on their first offensive drive. They'll have to respond now, down by 3. Again, the Colonels have not had an 0-2 start since 2015 when Tim Rebo's group started 0-5 in his first year. Trying to avoid that today. Here's Jordan Jackson from the 15. He slips. Around the 19, they're giving him to the 20. Just never really got his footing on that return. It was a high kick. That's what you figured they'll be doing to Lewis. So Nicholls begins from its 20-yard line once again. It wasn't really a drive on the first time they had the football as much as just a couple of big plays. The biggest one is 65-yarder to Costley. It was capped by that 21-yarder to Deja.
Let's see what they do here.
Colonels start from their own 20-yard line. Second offensive series, trailing Louisiana 10-7, 8-16 first quarter. Scott in the gun, comes behind him. 2 receivers left, Costley right. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Scott rolling left, looking, cocks his arm, fires over the middle. Pass caught David Mosley. And the big tight end breaks a tackle 30, near sideline 35-40, and out of bounds at the 46. David Mosley rumbling and bumbling to the 46-yard line. How about a 26-yard pickup for the big fella and a first down?
Great job, and that first down brought to you by Drop and Fix in Holman Thibodeau. Give them a call at 985-709-8382.
From the 46, first down and 10. Gums between the tackles, trying to dig for yardage. A meager gain of 1 to the 47 is quickly met and dropped by Andre Jones and Taylon Humphrey on the defensive front. 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Well, Humphrey is a load in that middle. He just will not get moved out of there. It's going to be tough to run it between the goal yards today with number 99 in the way.
He set a load, 6'5", 349.
That's a load.
From the 47-yard line of Nicholls, second down and 9. Scott in the gun and 3 wide. Gums to his left. Claps his hands, has the snap against the 5-man rush. Looks right, steps him in the pocket. Tries to run, goes left, breaks a tackle, 45 midfield. Another spin move, and he's shoved out of bounds near sideline in front of the UL bench at the 47. Call it the 48. Well, that looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss, and he turns it into a 6-yard gain. Third down and 4 upcoming.
Yeah, that was all Lindsey Scott there. Tell you what, he just don't take off this year like he did in the spring. He kind of looks around. If he has to run, he will. But, I think he's a little bit smarter runner now than he was in the spring.
Nicholls 5 for 13 against Memphis last week on third down, but they started just 1 for 7. Scott walks up to the line to say something. Now he backpedals into the gun with that sleeve on his right arm. Carrington to his left, 2 right. From the 48 on third down and 4. Looking in the pocket. Pressure coming, and down he goes. All the way back at the 40. They'll give him forward progress at the 43-yard line of Nicholls. Leading the way was Jordan Quibido. It ends up being a loss of about, pretty much the play they just had, a loss of about 7 or 8 yards. And the Colonel's going to bring the punting unit out.
That time, just nowhere to throw the football. I'll tell you what, they got in there in a hurry, and Colonel's going to have to do a better job of pass protection. Keep Scott on his feet.
Back to receive for Louisiana.
Ball will be snapped from the 43. Craig Walker stands at his own 27-yard line. Eric Guerrer at his own 11 to our left along the right hash mark. An electrifying return man as well. Walker's punt nearly blocked. Wobbly kick that will land out of bounds on the near sideline. Let's see where they say that this one went out. This will be interesting. They are still moving forward. They're going to say the 24. So not a great punt there by Walker's standards. Only 33 yards, and UL will take over at its own 24-yard line, leading 10-7. You don't score points early on in a game like this. That does feel like a track meet early. You feel like you're behind the 8 ball, but Colonel defense stood tall in the last series. See what they can do here.
Going to have to do it again, and there were a couple drives you got to hold them to no points. I know you want to ultimately hold them to 3 if you can, but eventually you're going to have to stop them and get that ball back.
So Levi Lewis in the gun. UL moving left to right from its own 24, first and 10. Motion man Williams left to right. Snap back handoff Lewis right up the gut and backs his way off the body of Gansey for about 3. Give him 4 yards to the 28-yard line and sets up second down and 6 with the clock now approaching 5.5 to go in the first quarter. UL leading 10-7.
So far, the Colonels have done a pretty good job against that Cajun running attack.
Lewis to the right of, Chris Smith to the right of Lewis in the gun. From the 28-yard line, second down and 6. 3 wide. Snap is back, handoff to Smith, and he's quickly dropped. There's some good tackling. Tyree Evans leading the way to the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 1 on forward progress. Sets up third down and 5.
Jacob Parker also in there. Parker, tell you what, he said, an outstanding spring on special teams, and now he's starting to play a little more on the defensive side of the ball. So Parker very active at that linebacker spot as well.
2 tackles last week against Memphis. Third down and 4. Inside 5 to go first quarter. 10-7 lead for UL. Motion man left to right. Kyron Lacey from the 30-yard line on third and 5. Throwing near numbers caught. There's Lacey. Wrestled out of bounds by James Tobin. Not before a gain of 6 yards to the 36 to move the chains. Lacey, the local kid out of Thibodeau. Well, I should say local to Nicholls, so he knows that area well. And UL is going quick. No huddle from the 36, first and 10. 4 wide. Snap back Lewis. Pressure comes. He steps up. Pump fakes. Spins across the 40-yard line and finally taken out of the 42. Outside the right hash mark, Jarius Monroe makes the stop. 6-yard pickup, second and 4.
Yeah, they had the pressure, but Lewis pretty athletic, and he got out of there and turned positive yards into nothing.
Colonel shuffled bodies in and out. Thurman comes back in on the line along with Miles Veen. From the 42-yard line, second down and 4 for UL, moving left to right. Snap back Lewis against the 4-man rush. Throwing quick in the flat. Caught Chris Smith. Tiptoes the sideline, and he's shoved out of bounds. Almost a late hit there by Evans. Onto the Nicholls side of midfield to the 49-yard line. That'll move the chains again. 9 more yards, and UL wants to go quick. Three receivers stacked right. Lacey split wide left. From the 49 of Nicholls, 1st and 10 for UL. Montrell Johnson, the back to the right, hip, and Lewis, the quarterback. Snap back, handoff. Johnson spins on the Raging Cajuns logo, and he gets up to the 47-yard line on a gain of 2.
Elijah Reams was in there, crashing down from that end spot.
UL keeps shuffling receivers in and out. Stevens leaves. Back comes Imani Bailey. He splits out wide right as a receiver. He's normally a running back. 2 receivers left. And now Smith moves to the right of Lewis in the gun. From the 47-yard line on 2nd down and 8. Throwing the flat. Caught Montrell Johnson. Quickly hit and met. Jarius Monroe made the initial tackle. He was finished off by Quentin Sharkey, the Kilgore College transfer. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and short. Seth called 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. I'll tell you what, this Cajun offense is more of a West Coast offense. They really don't force the ball down the field. They'll throw it underneath what you give them. Some quick routes, try to get the ball out of Lewis's hands, and so far it's been very effective.
On 3rd down, UL so far is 2 for 3. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends off the line right. Johnson the back behind Lewis. 3rd and 4 from the 43 of Nicholls. Snap back, handoff Johnson. He's tackled right at the 40. He's shy of a 1st down.
That'll be decision time, and I think Cajuns will probably go for it here.
I would think so.
It would bring up about a 57-yard field goal, so I'm just about sure they'll go for it on 4th down and 1.
Nicholls defensive coordinator Tommy Ryback, he calling out signs. He was here for a while with Tim Rebo. Knows this place well. This is a 4th down and 1. From the 40 of Nicholls. Can this defense stand strong? Play clock ticking down toward 10. Snap back Lewis. Hands off Johnson. Up the gut. Plenty of push. And that was way too easy for that defensive front for Nicholls to allow that. Easy gain of 4 right between the hash marks to the 36-yard line of Nicholls for a 1st down.
Yeah, they had split out the tailback and the tight end, and they moved them back into the backfield, and they got a good matchup 4-on-3 on that left side, pushed them out for the 1st down.
Approaching 90 seconds, and now inside 90 seconds. 1st quarter, 10-7 lead for Louisiana on Nicholls. 36-yard line in Colonel territory. 1st and 10, Lewis back to throw. He was under immediate duress, and down he goes. Zach Bernard. He was in the backfield before you could blink. That's his 2nd career sack. And the Mandeville product, who today is going up against his brother Jake, a family affair. You wonder how their parents are going. Now, his dad went to McNeese, so you figure he's probably one of those shirts with it's half UL, half Nicholls.
They got to be, but I'll tell you what, the Nicholls side is up right now because that was an outstanding play.
All the way back at the 45-yard line, Seth. That's a loss of 9. So it's 2nd down and 19. This is where you have to stand strong as a defense. 2nd and 19 from the 45 of Nicholls. Lewis moves Smith behind him. 2 receivers left. Kyron Lacey right, matched up single coverage with Jarius Monroe. Turn, spin, handoff Smith, and quickly brought down by Tyree Evans. They're just going back and back and back. The way this thing's progressing, they're going to be in Houston in a couple of plays. 2-yard loss back to the, let's see what they call it, the 48-yard line. 47-yard line.
3rd and 21. 3rd and 21. You don't see that very often.
21 yards to go. So UL's got to get to the 26-yard line of Nicholls for a 1st down. Now you figure field goal range with Almendarez, his career long set is 48 yards. That would mean getting to about the 31.
Of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, that's the end of the 1st quarter here in Lafayette. So see how UL plays it on the other side. We do remind you, Nicholls football brought to you by TicketSmarter, the smarter way to buy tickets to live events. If you're looking to experience and enjoy power and excitement of all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit TicketSmarter.com and download the app today. Don't miss out, smart fans. Start at TicketSmarter.com. End of 1 here in Lafayette at Cajun Field. It's the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana 10, Nicholls 7, 2nd quarter after this on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Rouse's Markets and their team members have been helping our Bayou friends and neighbors and communities all over South Louisiana with food, water, ice, and donations since Hurricane Ida hit. Even as some of those Rouse's Markets team members are putting their own lives back together, they are taking care of our communities. That is what Rouse's Markets does every single day. Neighbors helping neighbors. Just one reason that Rouse's Markets feels like home.
It's finally our football season. Wagaspack Oil Company is proud to support Nicholls State football. Wagaspack Oil is the premier distributor of gasoline, diesel, lubricants, and DEF to all of our area's unique industries. Our sister company, Vacherie Fuel, has bottle exchange and bulk propane that you need at home games. Find additional information on our website, wagoil.com. Wagaspack Oil, Vacherie Fuel, and Nicholls Colonels football, a winning combination.
When you're sick, you want to be close to home. World-class medicine doesn't require a trip to the city because the best care is close to home at Thibodeau Regional. We're continually adding new services, and our team of physicians has grown to more than 250.
That's a lot of doctors.
More doctors, more services, treating more conditions.
And keeping more families healthy.
World-class medicine, right here, close to home at Thibodeau Regional.
Allons manger! Shrimp boulettes, po' boys, and some of Louisiana's freshest seafood. Wander off the eating path on the Cajun Bayou Food Trail, featuring 16 of the best restaurants up and down the bayou in Lafourche Parish. 5 stops on the trail earned you a free t-shirt. Ooh, that's good, yeah. Download your map and passport today at lacajunbayou.com and get to eating, chef.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. From industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us 985-876-6254 for all your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, Louisiana, or 6185 Highway 1. Payne, Courtville, Louisiana, to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers is a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels. Start of the second quarter here in Lafayette. We're at Cajun Field. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns 10, Nicholls 7, but Seth, Louisiana facing 3rd and 21 from the Nicholls 47.
Yeah, I can't let them pick this up for sure. Matter of fact, you got to keep them where they got to punt the ball. Don't give them enough to even try a field goal.
They need the 26 of Nicholls for a first down. Field goal range for Almendares would be about the 31 or 32. 4 wide for Lewis in the gun. Snap back, 3-man rush. Stands in the pocket. Fires. Pass tipped away. Jarius Monroe knocked it away from Kyron Lacey. Near sideline at the 30-yard line. And the Nicholls defense does its job and then some. And the punt unit will be coming out for UL. 14:55 on the second quarter clock.
What a lift by that defense, I'm going to tell you. They came out there, did their job, forced them back. I'll tell you what, made them lose about 15 yards on the drive. So great job by the Colonels.
Number 2.
Reese Burns, Ray Guy Award watch list member, averaged 53 yards on 4 punts against Texas last week, stands at his own 40-yard line. Ball snapped from the 47. Kicks it towards KJ Franklin, who calls for a fair catch, and he muffs it at his own 12, but he did recover. Tell you what, Seth, we saw one of those against McNeese, and that in many ways changed the trajectory of the Nicholls season last spring when they were driving. They had a chance to take the lead in that game. That could have been a disaster, but disaster averted, crisis averted, and here we are now. Nicholls at their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I thought it changed the game. Other than this would have been a game changer here, but got it back. So let's see if we can grind out at least a couple first downs and get better field position if we have to kick it back to them.
So Nicholls from its own 12-yard line. A 3-play, 80-yard drive for a touchdown on the first drive. A punt on a 3-and-out on the next. 3 wide for Scott from the 12, 1st and 10. Throws quick, far numbers. Dejon Dixon, second catch, I should say, across the 20 to the 22. He's got enough for a first down. Give him a gain of 10. He's finally kind of held up. He was never tackled, but he was grabbed by one of the corners, Mekhi Garner. 10-yard game, Dejon's second catch. 30 seconds gone, second quarter. Nicholls trailing 10-7, trying to tie or take the lead.
Empty backfield, split everybody out. Dixon one-on-one. That's a mismatch. I don't care who he's against.
Dixon costly right, 2 tight ends left. Gums to the right hip, but Lindsey Scott in the gun from the 22, moving left-right. Snap back, handoff Gums. tries to bulldoze his way forward and just not a whole lot doing over the left side of that line. Zion Hill brings him down after a small gain, call it a yard. And second down and 9 upcoming.
And eventually you're going to have to establish some sort of running game. So far, the Cajuns have done a pretty good job against Julian Jones.
They gave him 2 yards to the 24-yard line. A minute gone here, second quarter. Colonels have not led in this game. They're down 3, 10-7. Mosley, the tight end, motions all the way wide to the right. So 3 receivers there with Costly and Franklin. Dixon split wide left, comes the back. From the Nicholls 24-yard line, 2nd and 8. Scott 3-step drop, looks right. Underneath, caught Dantes Costly with room at the 35, right between the hash marks. And forward progress will take him all the way up to the 37-yard line. So a nice pitch and catch there, Seth. 13 yards, just taking what the defense gives you.
We saw Costly last week. They tried to hit him deep a couple times, sort of overthrew him, but he's been involved so far. Good job right there.
2 catches for 80 already early in the second. Snap to Scott, throwing far sideline, looking for Dejon Dixon, tipped away, incomplete. That was a terrific play out in coverage. Eric Guerrer, second team All Sunbelt a year ago. He's going to have the Dejon Dixon assignment all night. Incomplete at about the 30 far numbers, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was pretty good coverage, you're right. And a pretty good throw. It was sort of a jump ball, but give Guerrer credit. He made a nice play. Coach Rebo politicking maybe to get the next call.
2nd and 10, Nicholls now. From their own 37, moving left-right, 13:06 in the second quarter. Clock down 10-7. Franklin, motion man, left to right, right slot. Snap back to Scott. Looks right, pumps, fires, caught. Over the middle again. And quickly, Dantes Costly's hit and drops. Still, it's a good gain there of 6. And it brings up a manageable third down, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, really, they like a matchup, and they like what Costly can do in the middle of that field. They've gone to it 3 times, and he's got 3 catches.
3rd and 4, Nicholls. They're 0 for 1 tonight. Again, just 5 for 13 last week against Memphis. From their own 48-yard line, moving left to right, 3rd and 4. 2 receivers left. Costly right. Snap back, Lindsey Scott pumps, steps up, tries to run, and he's tackled right near the first down marker. He should have enough, Seth.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, he should. He dove forward head first, and that allowed him, I think, to roll across the first down marker, and he got it by about half a yard.
Boy, that's what he can do, and a great job right there.
So he moves up to the 47-yard line. John Carrington checks in as the running back. He's on the right hip of Lindsey Scott. Negrado tight end off the line to the right. 2 receivers left. Costly right. 1st and 10. Nicholls at their own 47-yard line. Trailing 10-7. Trying to tie or take the lead. Scott back to throw. Looking left. And he's swallowed up. Zion Hill drops him all the way back at the 38-yard line. That's a loss of 10 yards. And it becomes 2nd and forever.
That's a drive killer right there. I mean, Lindsey really had no chance. As soon as he got back there on the play action, they were all over him. He couldn't do anything, throw it away or run with it. So they're going to have to overcome this 2nd and long.
Hill's a junior out of New Iberia, 9th highest graded defensive lineman in the nation last year by Pro Football Focus. He's a pro prospect at 6'1", 280. 2nd down and 20 now. Nicholls all the way back to their own 38-yard line. They need to get now to the 43 of UL to move the chains. Snap back Scott, handoff Carrington. A little bit of a seam, and he just bounces off bodies and gets back nearly all of that yardage that was lost on the sack. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 at the 46-yard line of Nicholls.
Good hard run that time by Carrington. Now you get 3rd and 11, so you can kind of get that into your regular offense.
3rd down and 11. Dixon is going to move in between Negrado and Franklin on the left. Costly right. Carrington stays in on the right of Lindsey Scott in the gun. UL showing pressure. 6 on the line. Scott calls for it, claps his hands, has the snap, steps up in the pocket, and now he tries to run 50, 45, and he is right near the first down. He's got it. I believe he's got it. all the way to the 43-yard line. Lindsey Scott needed 11, and he got it by the skin of his teeth. Set first down.
Second time he's done that on third down on this drive. And how about that? You overcome second down at about 21, and you come out with the first down. Great job by that offense. Let's see if they can finish this thing in the end zone.
What an incredible job by Lindsey Scott, who only rushed it 7 times for 24 last week. First and 10, Nicholls from the 43-yard line of UL. 2 left, 2 tight ends right. Snap back, screen pass, costly. Far numbers driven down. He's going to lose 2 on the play. That's a great open field tackle to Lorenzo McCaskill. He was their leading tackler last year. 83 of them was good for 5th in the Sun Belt. Lost a 2 set back to the, what are they going to call it, the 45.
There wasn't a lot of room to get there anyway, but Dixon missed a block, and that allowed him to take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
David Robinson checks in as a receiver to the near side of the field along with KJ Franklin. Julian comes back in on the right hip of Lindsey Scott, who turns toward the sideline for a play. 9:07 ticking second quarter clock. 10-7 lead for UL. Nicholls driving. 11th play of the drive upcoming that started back at their own 12. Snap back to Scott, throwing far numbers. Caught by Dejon Dixon, who's quickly pushed out of bounds by Mekhi Garner at the 41-yard line of UL. So they get 5. And again, a more manageable third down, but this is still third and long. Third down and 8 upcoming.
Dixon, he get everything he wants out there, and I think you just setting him up for maybe an out and go right there. A little out route just got him about 4 yards.
His 4th catch for 96, and he's already got a touchdown. He's matched up out there with Garner, the sophomore. 2 receivers right, Robinson, Negrano. Comes the back to the left of Lindsey Scott. 3rd and 8 from the 41. Snap back. Scott looking left for Dejon Dixon, who fell down. No call. Incomplete at the 23 far sideline. And they're kind of in no man's land here for Nicholls. I think you got to punt this one away.
Yeah, I think you do. But again, we talked about it when you were backed up. The thing you want to do on the drive, if you can't get points out of it, at least get up here where you can flip the field. Now, Walker has a chance to maybe pin him inside the 10.
For the Gibsons, 19, Eric Garrett.
Ball will be snapped from the 41. Walker stands at his own 44. Eric Guerrer, again, a dangerous return man, at his own 10 on the right hash mark. Snap back from Brocado. And let's see, end over and punts. That will take a beautiful Nicholls bounce, and it's down at the 1. Oh, baby.
First and 10 for the Cajuns.
He stopped that thing on the 1.
And that was Brocado, the man that snapped it, got down it at the 1.
What a job that is. So it's a 40-yard punt. He landed that thing like a high, soft lob wedge on a soft putting green. And UL will have to go 99 yards to try to score a touchdown now. 8:03 to go in the first half. Louisiana 10, Nicholls 7. 5th all-time meeting between these two in-state rivals. The first since 2013 on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites. Personally, I go with the Chalupa.
What? You mean Crunch Wrap Supreme, plus that beefy 5-layer burrito?
Perhaps you meant bean burrito, grilled with chips and nacho cheese sauce.
Nah, you got a vibe with cinnamon twists and a Baja Blast.
Eat like you with Taco Bell's Build Your Own Cravings box, exclusively online or with the Taco Bell app. Must make selections from predetermined menu items and limited participating U.S. locations for a limited time online or in the Taco Bell app only. Contact store for participation, which varies. Drinks exclude freezers.
Your cravings for Taco Bell's nacho fries can haunt you anywhere, at any time, and there's only one way to escape. Run to a participating Taco Bell location near you, because nacho fries are back for a limited time. DoorDash delivery available.
Morgan City Mayor Lee Dragner is a big sponsor of today's Nicholls Colonels game. Special shout out to number 4, long snapper Andre Dragner.
Thibodeau, Bouchon, and Abbeville.
Moving your body is the power to save your mood, and there's never been a better time to prioritize your mental and physical wellness. At Snap Fitness Thibodeau, we're on a mission to help everybody and every body create positive lifestyle habits that make them feel fantastic. We believe that mood matters most. Sure, an active lifestyle will get you looking great, but we focus on what's more important, and that's feeling great. At Snap Fitness Thibodeau, you lift not just for your muscles, but also for your mood. Visit snapfitness.com or call Ken at 985-447-1685 to learn how we're refreshing fitness so you can take the first step towards feeling great. Snap Fitness for the feeling. Well, after a 40-yard beauty of a punt by Craig Walker, Louisiana starts inside its own 1-yard line. Jack Benjamin set Thomas, 8:03 to go first half here on a beautiful night in Lafayette. We're at Cajun Field, Louisiana 10, Nicholls 7. 8:03 left in the first half. Lewis in his own end zone about 4 yards deep with Chris Smith on his left hip. Motion man, the tight end, off the left side of the line. That's Johnson, 3 receivers left. He turns back toward his sideline, calls out something. 4 on the defensive front for Nicholls. They show pressure with Johnson. Hand off Smith. Big hole at the 5-10. Spins forward to the 15. On the right hash mark to 20. And all the way to the 21. Just what you could not have happen. A 20-yard gain. And when they were inside the shadow of their own end zone, they're all the way to the 21.
Yeah, the Colonels just overran the ball carrier, and he was able to cut it back and gain 20.
Crafty run there by Smith, who again was a first-team All-American as a kick returner a year ago, and now he's their primary running back. Longest running play of the day for Louisiana. Previous high had been 8. Nicholls had been doing a pretty good job against the run until that point. 1st and 10 UL from their own 21. Motion man, the tight end, Lumpkin left to right. Snap back Lewis. Handoff this time goes to Bailey, and he's swallowed up very quickly. Taj Brown and Perry Gansey leading the way. It's a loss of, 4 yards there, Seth? Second down at 14.
Also knifing in there was Zach Bernard again. Tell you what, that front has really done a great job. I don't know if they're just guessing right or they're just playing their assignments, but boy, they have had some guys come free in that backfield.
Bernard is doing a nice job. He's already got a sack in this game, too. 2nd and 14 UL from their own 17-yard line. Lacey Wright along with the running back Bailey, who motions out. 3 receivers left. Lewis to throw over the middle on a deep slant. It's caught. Tell you what, that's not Kyron Lacey, actually. That was John Stevens, who caught the touchdown earlier. He makes the grab there all the way to the 44-yard line. And after they lose 4, they gain 27 and a first down.
Hayden Shaheen dropped in coverage, and Lewis was able to just get it out the outstretched arms and dropped it in there for a completion.
6:25 ticking first half clock. 10-7 lead for UL over Nicholls, looking for more. Veen runs off. Taj Brown runs back in, and now Bernard runs off. Nicholls still shuffling bodies with 5 on the play clock. Down to 4, down to 3 for Lewis with 4 wide. From his 44, 1st and 10, snap back, play action, looking deep. He's got a man open. It's Lacey, and he overshot him. Now a flag is down, and I believe, Seth, this is the first flag of the game. It comes to the 6:02 mark. That pass was incomplete at about the 15 between the hash marks. It was in the secondary, and I got a bad feeling about this one. Let's see what happens here. It's down at the 30 at the near numbers. And the first time we'll hear from referee Trennis Livingston.
Holding defense, number 8, on the eligible receiver. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
What'd you think of that call?
Looked like 2 guys going for the football, but last week we saw it happen a whole lot more. So the Colonels have been able to clean that up here in the first half way more than they did last week. So, but a big call because it gives them a first down.
Now Jarius Monroe gets called for it, and that moves UL to the 46-yard line of Nicholls with a 1st and 10. 4 wide for Lewis. Play action fake, almost trips. He's looking deep, uncorks one, deep ball, and it's caught in stride. What a dime to Michael Jefferson, who streaks in for the touchdown at the near numbers. It's a 46-yard bomb from Lewis, and a 16-7 lead for the Ragin' Cajuns with 5:54 to go in the first half.
Yeah, he fell down back there. Kept his footing, but almost fell down and got back up and just aired it out. That's a 99-yard drive.
That's a tough sequence of plays for Jarius Monroe, Seth. The holding call followed by getting beat. And now an extra point for Almendarez. Not only 99 yards, but it only took them 4 plays. At least make them work if they've got to go 99 yards. 2 minutes and 9 seconds Extra point from Almendarez is up and good. A 4-play, 99-yard touchdown drive, capped by a 46-yard touchdown catch by Michael Jefferson. His first reception as a Louisiana Raging Cajun. 5:54 to go in the first half. The lead is 10 for Louisiana on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Good dental health is very important. That's why Homa Family Dental proudly serves Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Mary parishes. We provide high-quality dental services that resolve the dental needs for the entire family. Come see our brand new office located on the corner of Highway 311 and Polk Street in Homa. Dr. Stephen Morgan and Associates provide same-day crowns, orthodontics, and Botox treatments. Make your appointment today and visit our website at homafamilydental.com.
Polar Auto RV Service and Repair is still doing business by servicing our customers at our new location, 2199 Bayou Blue Road in Homa. Call today, 985-876-1934. Polar Auto and RV Service is continuing supporting extended warranties. So come by our new location at 2199 Bayou Blue Road in Homa. And remember, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is, let us do it right.
Now, Ticket Smarter is the smarter way to buy tickets to live events. If you're looking to experience and enjoy the power and excitement of all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit Ticketsmarter.com and download the app today. Don't miss out, smart fans. Start at Ticketsmarter.com, a proud sponsor of Nicholls Athletics. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas, back with you. A 4-play, 99-yard touchdown drive for Louisiana, capped by a 46-yard touchdown grab from Michael Jefferson. Levi Lewis, Seth, is 11 for 12. 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is he has just had too much time to throw, and the coverage has not been great.
And the more time you give him, I don't care how good a cover guy you are, somebody's going to get open, and that's what's been happening. Colonel did get a little pressure on him a few times. He even got a couple sacks, but he's done a good job of finding receivers and getting it to the open man.
10 straight points for the Raging Cajuns after Nicholls tied it at 7 early in the first quarter. And now this offense, which has gone quiet since that opening drive, eerily similar to last week against Memphis, where they didn't score for about 20 minutes of game action until early in the third quarter following their opening drive. They will now try to go back to work here. Nate Schneider has done a nice job with some short kickoffs tonight. He now kicks with the wind. Jordan Jackson is deep to our left. And he will call for a fair catch here at his own 3. So, ball out to the 25-yard line.
Fair catch for the Colonels.
And here comes Lindsey Scott in this offense. Lindsey's 8 for 10, 143 yards and a touchdown. But a lot of that has come, Seth, because he's had to make up yardage due to losses early on in series. So what are you looking for in the offense here?
Well, you obviously want to keep the ball and get down there and score, but you definitely, with 5:54 to go, you don't want to give it right back to the hot Cajun offense. So, again, I think you grind it out. Julian Gums in there. Let's see if you can establish a little bit of a running game.
1st and 10 for the Nicholls 25 on a little jet sweep. This is KJ Franklin near numbers, tripped up at the 28. Looks like they give him to 29. They do. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Stop made by the linebacker Jordan Thibodeau.
Official timeout.
Like,
Pick up the course, 2nd and 6.
There was a call for an official timeout. I think David Mosley is the injured player here for Nicholls. He's kind of walking gingerly, Seth, around the 30 near numbers.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good first half, too, the big fella.
Yeah, he's got a 26-yard catch. He's a very key blocker. You know, you ask Tim Rebo and Rob Christoffel about this offense, they won't lie to you. They'll say, look, Lee Negrano has just all kinds of ability with route running and hands, but David Mosley is what makes this offense go and this run game go a lot of times outside the offensive line. His presence at that tight end spot.
Looks like he's be all right as he walked unassisted off, so hopefully he might have just got the wind knocked out of him or something like that.
Well, they've got Lee Negrano lined up slot left alongside Dejon Dixon. Dantes Costly right. Two running backs now in the backfield alongside Lindsey Scott. Snap is back on 2nd and 6. Throwing underneath. It's dropped by KJ Franklin. Not sure that would have netted a whole lot. It would have been maybe a 2-3 yard gain, but now that makes that 3rd down and 6.
Incomplete. Critical part of the game right here.
Agents, fans, you know your job.
You gotta
Make it loud. It's third.
pick up this first down again. Don't want to give up 2 scores before the end of the half. You gotta at least take some time off that clock.
3rd and 6. Nicholls at their own 29-yard line. 5.5 to go. First half down 17-7 on the road here at Cajun Field. This crowd is starting to get into it. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Lindsey Scott looking into a 5-man front. We've got a timeout. Nicholls with 2 on the play clock.
Timeout. Nicholls, this is a 30-second timeout. First timeout of the half.
So Tim Rebo uses that timeout very wisely on a big 3rd down. Nicholls today on 3rd down is 2 for 4.
Anytime the Raging Cajuns defense scores a big 6 on defense.
Oh, we have a second.
Chick-fil-A. So
a reminder.
That's right. Every time our defense scores a touchdown on
that Central Boat Rentals proud to be a partner of the Nicholls Colonels, and we look forward to a great 2021-2022 season. Central Boat has been in the marine transportation business for over 50 years. They provide specialized tug and barge services to the oil field, liquid cargo, and project cargo industries. For more info about CBR and career opportunities, go to our website, www.centralboat.com. Go Colonels. 5.5 on the second quarter clock here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you from the broadcast booth. 3rd down and 6, Seth, for Nicholls from their own 29-yard line. Colonels, again, we talked about it, 2 for 4 on 3rd down, just 5 for 13 last week. What are they thinking about here?
I just think that you got to go to your money guy, and that's Dejon Dixon. Try to get him one-on-one on the outside. Pick up this first down. I think it's a crucial first down because, right now it looks like that Louisiana offense has the Colonel defense kind of figured out. So you want to maybe keep the ball away from them, score if you can. If not, take time off that clock.
Now look, this is a game that we knew would be a tough one. Frankly, we looked at those first 2 on the schedule, and you probably figured, well, you got number 23 Louisiana. When you ever have that number in front of your name in the FBS, that's impressive. And that was the first time they've ever been ranked. Back-to-back 10-win seasons. They won a bowl game last year for the second consecutive year. They knocked off UTSA in the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Excellent. This is a team entering the year, Seth, that was 21-4 over the previous 2 years. They were co-champs with Coastal Carolina in the Sun Belt a year ago. So we knew it would be a challenge. And I think the bottom line here is Nicholls early on in drives. We haven't seen that as much on this one, but the penalties and the losses of yardage, these negative plays, they've been pretty good. They just haven't had too many of those.
And that's they have cleaned up the penalties quite a bit, but again, you got to finish off drives. You either got to get 7 or 3 out of these drives, and opportunity right here, got to get this first down.
So Nicholls with a 3rd down and 6. At their own 29-yard line, moving left to right, white jerseys, gray helmets. Lindsey Scott's alone in the shotgun. And 2 receivers right, 3 receivers left. Looks into the nickel. He's back to throw. Throwing quick. Dejon Dixon wide open 40. 45 midfield. 45 between the hash marks. And all the way to the 43-yard line of UL. What a catch and run there for Dejon. A huge pickup. 28 yards and a first down on 3rd and 6.
Nice read. Cajun showed blitz, dropped out of it, but the hot route was to Dixon. He split the seam and got a big first down.
On the 43 of UL, 1st and 10. Nicholls moving quick. Fake the handoff to Gums, throwing far numbers. Tipped away from Dixon, and then he reeled it in after it was deflected. They're going to say incomplete. I think he might have stepped out of bounds, then came back in. He caught that ball in the air. I don't know how. It was tipped off the hands of Garner, but it's incomplete.
Coach Rebo's asking, can we get a replay or something here? Because
intended for number 5, Dixon.
And the answer is likely no, because you're on the road.
Right? Absolutely.
That'll be interesting if we can get a replay here of that one. 2nd down and 10 at the 43-yard line of Louisiana. Motion man Negrado, the tight end, off the line to the right. 2 receivers right, Dixon left. Snap back, handoff Gums with room at the 40. Far sideline at 35 and up near the 32. But a flag, and that is in the area of holding.
Once again, you had a first down.
Didn't even need to do it.
No. I think he was by that defender, and that's going to be a big penalty again against the Colonels.
Flags all the way back at the 48-yard line.
Hold it. On the offense. Number 64. 10-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
That's All-American left guard P.J. Burkhalter, and everything All-American. He's just not the guy you would expect would be doing something like that. And he gets whistled for it. That's a huge call. You know, PJ's a guy, Seth, who has draft aspirations. I think he's got a pretty good job of maybe getting selected, or at least, of course, getting a chance at a camp. Just can't make plays like that. Second down and 20 now for Nicholls. Back at their own 47-yard line. Carrington to the right as Scott in the gun. They'll motion him out of the backfield with 4 wide. Snap back. Lindsey under immediate. Durassi crosses midfield. Another flag flies. And he gets up to the 45-yard line of UL. We'll see about the flag. Gain of 8. Flag's all the way back at the 39 of Nicholls. Indication here's another hold.
Hold it. On the offense. Number 73. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
So we talk about how much better they've been with penalties. Last week, Seth, 12 penalties for 112 yards. The most penalties and yardage on penalties in the Rebo era. 1 penalty for 10 yards until the 5-minute mark. They've got 2 holding calls now in 20 seconds.
And now it's second down and about a mile.
Okay, these are just things you can't do against a good FBS team. So it was second and 20. It's now second down and 30. The Colonels are at their own 37-yard line. They have to get to the 33-yard line of UL in order to get a first down. Dixon left, 2 receivers right, Gums the back. Take the handoff to Gums, throwing on a slant behind Costley, nearly intercepted. That was very dangerous. Knocked away by all-conference defensive back Eric Guerrer out of Mobile, a 4th-year junior. And it's now third down and forever.
And that's what those plays are set up when you get, the obvious passing situations. They can sit on routes. They can get all over Dixon like they did right there. And I'd be very surprised if they do anything right here to just hand off to Gums and then punt it away.
I think it's a good thing that Lindsey threw that ball behind Dantes Costley, Seth. I think that might have been picked if it was thrown in the right spot.
I think you're right.
Defender was turning inward. So here's a third down and 30. Nicholls at their own 37. They need the 33 of UL. They're throwing. Scott under immediate pressure. Down he goes at the 40. He got 3 yards. And the Nicholls punting it is going to trot out there with 4 to go in the first half. Already down by 10, and momentum squarely on the side now of UL.
Back to receive for the Cajuns.
Let's see if they can execute this.
For the Colonels.
Feels like a big moment in this game to get some field position flipped. Greg Walker has not had a great day punting by his standards so far. He's at his own 25. Ball snapped from the 40. Guerrer awaits at his own 20. Low line drive kick that takes a Nicholls bounce, and that rolls, and it trickles to the 22. I should mention Walker did have a terrific punt last time out. I shortchanged him there. He had that 40-yarder. That was a beauty. This one down to the 22. That's a 38-yard punt. So he does the job.
22-yard line.
And UL will take over at their own 22-yard line, first and 10.
And all of a sudden, to me, this becomes the biggest drive of the ball game so far.
The Colonels had some added momentum coming into this week. They're not ranked in either the stats poll or the coaches poll. First time in 42 weeks, Seth, that's happened. So you know there's a target on their back. You're playing an FBS in-state opponent. See if the defense can stand strong. Lewis from his own 22, first and 10. Snap back, fakes the handoff to Smith. Pressure coming up the gut. He dumps it off to Johnson. That's incomplete. 20 near numbers. Lewis did a good job to get that ball away. He had a couple of guys just beaming down on him.
Yeah, a little late pressure that time by the Colonels. The pop free there, and Lewis should have had the completion. The ball was dropped.
UL still at the 22, 3 receivers right, 2 lefts. Empty backfield for Lewis. Now he motions Johnson back to his right hip. Tight end Neil Johnson off the right side of the line. Motion man Dante Fleming right to left. Snap back Lewis. Handoff goes to Johnson, and he is spun down by Taj Brown. That's a good use of hands there. Crowd calling for a face mask, but that wasn't anywhere close to the case. Loss of one. Great play by Brown. The sophomore Seth out of Donaldsonville. He was a Houston transfer.
Yeah, great play. Got that containment on the outside. Was able to pull him down without getting a face mask call. Big third down right here.
Third down and 11. Can the defense get the offense the ball back before halftime? Remember, Nicholls gets the ball to start the third. Third and 11, UL from their own 21. Snap back Lewis. Three-man rush. Rolls to his left. Fakes a pass. Now steps out of bounds. He doesn't have enough for a first down. He gets about half of the yardage. Give him... And they're going to back it up quite a bit here. Give him a gain of 3. So he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that brings up 4th down and 7. And how about that Nicholls defense coming up big?
Needed a big stop. Got it. Now you just need to hold on to the football, maybe get a little bit of a return. Colonels can score points here before the end of the half. They get the ball to start the third quarter, as you mentioned earlier. So that's why I really thought that drive was so big.
Great point. Into punt comes Reese Burns. Sends it away from his own 15, end-over-end kick towards KJ Franklin, who doesn't call for a fair catch. That was risky. He muffed one earlier. Flag comes in. Now, here's a question. Did KJ wave and get tackled, or did he maybe wave late? This will be interesting to see. He was immediately hit and dropped by one of those DBs for Louisiana. Looks like Trey Amos. It was a pretty good punt on a line drive that ended up traveling about 50 yards. Haven't really got an indication of who this is going to be on yet.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. Number 9. 15 yards from the end of the kick. First and 10.
Now, to be fair, I did not see KJ Franklin call for the fair catch, but I'm also watching the punter more so than someone like you watching the returner. So, indication there is he waved forward, and look, Amos came in and called for the penalty.
Evidently, he didn't see him, but he did call for it. Usually, the officials will say in fair catch to let everybody know. So, but that time, kick catch interference, and I'm going to tell you, punter might have been able to run for the first down because the Colonels evacuated the whole left side. It was one of those running kicks, and boy, I know they saw it on the film, and if they do that later on in the ball game, look for possibly them to fake one.
Maybe a big moment in this game. Nicholls gets the ball at their own 43 when we come back, down by 10-14 first half of the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Easy. It's Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just arrived the all-new Intruder Package trucks. These beasts are factory-approved and warranted 6-inch lifts, 37-inch tires, special leather kits, and much more. Let me also introduce you to the newest member of the Jeep family, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The most awarded vehicle on the planet now has a new look and a third-row seat. These beautiful vehicles are arriving daily. And remember, sold orders take priority at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Attention Tesh Action Clinic patients who use our clinic in Thibodaux or one of our clinics in Terrebonne Parish. We regret to announce that these sites are closed until further notice. However, we invite you to continue your care at our clinic in Morgan City or at our main campus in Franklin. Our clinic in Morgan City is located at 1124 7th Street. Call 985-384-2371 to make your appointment there. Our main campus in Franklin is located at 1115 Weber Street in Franklin. To make your appointment there, call 337-828-2550.
And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from eTel Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge. eTel Business. Offer valid on 3-year contract for 2 or more business services.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. From industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us at 985-876-6254 for all of your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, or 6185 Highway 1, Packerville to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers, a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels!
First down carry, handoff handoff goes to Gums, and he takes it up the gut for 5. So 2nd down and 5. Called 2nd down and 6 for Nicholls at their own 47-yard line, moving left to right. Gums to the right of Lindsey Scott in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looks into a 5-man front, has the snap. Lindsey looking right, steps up, and now he runs 45 midfield. Almost had the ball jarred free at the 45, and he's got enough for a first down. Needed 6, got 7. Up to the 45-yard line, brought down by the linebacker Jordan Quibido, Seth, but a first down for Nicholls.
Good job that time. Good decision by Scott, and he held on to the football, most important thing.
90 seconds ticking before halftime here in Lafayette as nighttime is upon us. From the 45 of UL, 1st and 10. Scott back to throw. Uncorks his arm. Now he goes down. Now he pump faked once too many. Brought down by Mason Narcisse. Second-year freshman out of Reserve, Louisiana, St. Charles Catholic product with his first career sack. And Nicholls has to burn what will be their second timeout in this first half.
Louisiana, this is their first timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
It was actually UL taking the timeout.
Huh, that's a bit of a surprise.
So Billy
reset the game clock to 120.
So Billy Napier elects to take this timeout with 1:15. Look, he's thinking if I can get the ball back, given that Nicholls gets the ball to start the third, why not?
I think that's what he's thinking, but man, I mean, how many timeouts do they have left? I think they may have. Let's see on the
2 timeouts left for each.
So, I mean, you can go out there and you can call 2 quick timeouts if they don't get any positive yards, and you get the ball probably with over a minute left.
Oh, Nicholls started at zone 43 after that kick-catch interference.
Loss of 6.
6-yard loss. Colonels back to their own 49-yard line. 2nd down and call it 16. 2 left. Costly and Franklin right. Gums the back on the left hip of Lindsey Scott. 4-man front comes charging. Snap back. Scott steps up. Looks, fires to the crosser, Franklin, and he's tackled after a meager gain of 1. So he gets the 49 of UL. Call it a gain of 2. And another timeout.
Brought down by number 9, Percy Butler.
I tell you what, right now, that pass rush is getting in there in a hurry, and Lindsey doesn't have any time to set up early in the game. He can survey the field. He hadn't had that time the last couple of drives.
30 seconds. Please reset the game clock.
So another timeout.
15.
With 1:07 to go, and they're going to say the clock will go back to 1:15. Well, they have a 3rd and 14, and again, we say no man's land. Now, Seth, here's the question if you're Nicholls. Are you thinking 2 plays to try to maybe go for it, or is it a situation where if you only get 4 or 5 here, you've got to punt?
Yeah,
given the time.
Yeah, you got to punt. You can't go for it if it's...
So in that case, are you having Lindsey drop back and you're looking for something deep, or are you taking what you get and then punting it away?
I think you might try to get it down the field. If you don't get the first down, then you go ahead and punt it. But I don't think you go for it in any case right here. Unless if it's really short on 4th down.
Nicholls is at the 49-yard line of UL. They need the 35 of Louisiana to move the chains. Franklin and Costly left. Now Franklin and Dixon left. Costly and Negrano right. John Carrington to the right hip of Lindsey Scott. 5 on the defensive front for UL. Snap back to Scott. 2-man front comes charging. There's a throw over the middle. It's caught on a dime. Dejon Dixon. And on 3rd down and 14, the Colonels get 18 yards to the 30 of UL and a first down.
A great pickup by Carrington. He went over to the left side and picked up the end. Gave Lindsey the time.
1st and 10. Snap is rolled back to Scott to Dixon on a quick pass out toward the far sideline. And they'll say forward progress gives him the 27-yard line. So it's a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 upcoming. And now here's a stoppage. And I believe a timeout coming for Nicholls. Now hold on a second. Didn't he get out of bounds? I think Tim Rebo's is yelling to the officiating crew about that.
Timeout. Offense. This is their 2nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
I don't understand why you have to burn a timeout when your guy got pushed out of bounds after forward progress.
Well, that's Coach Rebo. He thought he was out of bounds, so they didn't call a timeout. And all of a of a sudden,
and you don't get those whatever amount of seconds it could have been.
We'll have to see it here.
Well, they did give him a couple seconds back.
This will be the long play here, I think, to Dejan, and then
you were looking at our replay feed here is behind. But anyway, you think about this drive, Seth. It was at the 48. Now, no, it was at the 43-yard line after the kick-catch interference. So the Colonels have really been in a good spot where they started. And now we have what's going to be the 7th play upcoming. 17-7, the lead for Louisiana on Nicholls. A reminder to stick around for our Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional halftime show. We'll talk with Dejan Dixon. We'll get you scores and stats around the FCS and, of course, in the Southland Conference. So here's a 2nd down and 7 for Nicholls at the 27-yard line of UL. 2 right, Dixon left. Motion man, KJ Franklin right to left. Snap back to Scott. Looking over the middle for Costly, and that's nearly intercepted. Actually, it was David Robinson that was the intended target. That one off the hands of Percy Butler, the safety, at about the 12. A badly underthrown ball, and really the worst read of the night for Lindsey.
It was, and it looked like he just zeroed in on one man. The rush was coming, and he tried to get it to force it into Robinson. Fortunately, it wasn't intercepted.
Well, part of the problem for Nicholls in the spring season was the turnovers. They turned it over 13 times, 3 of which, Seth, were in the red zone. You can't give away points. From here, you're looking at about a 43-yard field goal or so. Nicholls at the 27 of UL on 3rd down and 7. 4 for 7 on 3rd down today. Scott throwing in the flat, bobbled by Gums, up the far sideline, and he's tackled shy of the 1st down. Now, the first official says that he stepped out of bounds at the 25. It'll be interesting to see if they get a better spot than that. But, Tim Rebo is adamant that Gums had gotten more yardage, and this is going to mean the field goal unit's coming out here. So Nicholls at the 25-yard line. From here, it's about a 42, 43-yard attempt for Gavin Lassane. And he is indeed coming out.
On the kick, number 46.
So Lassane, who matched his career long with a 35-yarder last week, will try a 42-yard attempt from the left hash. Dragged in to hold it. Snap is good from Brocado. Kick on the way to our right, and it is good.
It's good.
Gavin Lassane with a career-long 42-yard field goal, and the Colonels do get points right before the half. 17-10, 36 seconds to go, and they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Big-time drive right there. What a 3rd down completion. Scott to Dixon. They have been magic tonight. Now I just think you've got to keep the ball away from the return man. We've seen what he can do. You definitely don't want to come right around and give up a big play, either a touchdown or put him in position for them to get points. You got to just roll it down there somewhere.
That's a great point. Chris Smith has just abused them in coverage today. How about Gavin Lassane? The job that he's done here of late. Sophomore from Raceland. Talked about him matching the career long with a 35-yarder last week. He's really been in a nice rhythm since struggling early on in his career. You know, he missed 2 of his first 3 PATs as a true freshman, and now, all of a sudden, he has made, 12 of his last 13 field goals. So Craig Walker will kick it away. See if they can keep it away from Chris Smith this time. Now there's that shorter pooch kick. And it's taken by one of the upmen, Neil Johnson, the tight end. Quickly tackled by John Carrington.
I think you take that all day. Start him at the 30. I get it.
No question.
But, I mean, it's better than giving up a long play or a touchdown.
Well, here's the thing. 33 seconds for this UL offense. That's plenty of time with the way they can move the ball.
It is, but, I mean, still in all, Colonels can maybe come up with an interception or something. You know, who knows?
No, you're right. So, 33 seconds to go in the first half. 17-10, the lead for Louisiana on Nicholls. Again, the 5th all-time meeting. Louisiana has won the first 4. First meeting since September of 2013. Colonel defense comes out. Levi Lewis as Chris Smith to his right hip. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. 3-man front for Nicholls. 2 safeties deep. Chase Brown and Tyreek Boyd. Motion man Williams left to right, snap back to Lewis from his 25. He's throwing near sideline, incomplete. Looking on a go route for Peter LeBlanc. Sophomore to New Iberia. Incomplete at about the 40. Covered up by Boyd and Jarius Monroe, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good coverage that time. And anytime they throw that ball deep, you're always worried. But that time, outstanding coverage.
2nd down and 10. 28 seconds to go first half. Louisiana with the 7-point lead at its own 29-yard line. 3 right, 1 left, snap back Lewis. Time to throw over the middle on a crosser, and it's incomplete. Beautiful coverage by Jarius Monroe. Knocked it away from Kyron Lacey. And right around midfield near sideline in front of the UL bench. Lacey comes up hobbling a bit, and now it's 3rd down and 10. All of a sudden, you feel like these defensive backs are settling in a little bit.
They are. They are much closer to the receivers they were early, but they're not going with the quick pass. They're trying to get the ball down the field. When that happens, Colonels can play good defense. It's those quick passes that will give them trouble early on.
So 3rd down and 10 for Louisiana, who today are 2 for 6 from the 29. Motion man Johnson, the tight end to the left. Snap back Lewis. Hand off to Smith. Running right with room. Breaks a tackle, and he's pulled down by Chase Brown. I believe just shy of a first down, and now players hurt here for Nicholls.
That was Brown. He did get him stuck short of the first down, and now the Colonels will use a timeout to maybe make them kick it.
Official, timeout.
Yeah, we got Brown down in pain, far sideline at the 38. That's the last thing you can afford here, Seth, because remember, Nicholls is playing without their All-American free safety and Kevin Moore. So, I should say strong safety Kevin Moore. So, Brown's one of the guys who's filled into that void. The timeout's called here with 10 seconds.
Just looking at the play, of course you don't know, but he kind of drug him down from the back. It looked like he might have got a foot in the stomach or a cleat in the stomach. So hopefully that's just a wind knocked out of it.
This is the 3rd and final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
And Nicholls takes the timeout. Let's see if we can get a replay of.
Yeah, he's pulling. Oh, that's that Boyd.
So it wasn't. Oh, interesting. We thought initially it was Brown.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, look, it's the same issue because you lose a valuable defensive back when you're shortchanged.
Well, it looks like he got just the wind knocked out of it. It looked like I said, you take him down from the back, it looked like he might have got a foot up in the stomach.
Boyd, remember, he's a local product, Seth. He's a Lafayette kid. He went to Como. So, here's the punt team on. All-American punter Reese Burns. Ball will be snapped from the 38. Burns stands at his 25. KJ Franklin, who's had a little bit of trouble tonight, is at his own 24 to our left. This punt is a beauty. End over end. Franklin waves for the fair catch. Makes it at the 20-yard line on the numbers. And with 3 seconds to go, Colonels will trot out there. Lindsey Scott will fall to a knee. And they go to halftime, down 7, knowing that they'll get the ball to start the 3rd.
And that's the most important thing.
So 3 seconds left. Lindsey Scott in this first half has been tremendous. 14 for 20, 200 yards. You could argue this has been some of his finest work as a Colonel here tonight. He drops to a knee at his own 15, and that will take us to halftime here in Lafayette. Scored half. Louisiana 17, Nicholls 10. Colonels answered the first UL touchdown, Seth, with one of their own to make it 7-7. UL came back with 10 unanswered, and the Colonels with a very big stop and then field goal, a career-long 42-yarder before the break for Gavin Lassane. They're only down a touchdown with the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Very important, very impressed. Tell you what, they've really built on what they did last week. The defensive came to play, and Colonels get a little more consistent on offense, and they've been able to pick up some big plays when they had to have them.
Total yardage, 231, 227 in favor of UL. Nicholls outpassed them 200 to 182. Neither team got much going on the ground. Louisiana 49 rush yards, Nicholls 27. Colonels in that first half led through the air. Lindsey Scott 14 for 20, 200 yards and a touchdown. Levi Lewis for Louisiana was 11 for 15 for 182 and 2 touchdowns. These two quarterbacks quarterbacks are putting on a show. Julian Gumbs just 4 carries for 11 yards. And Lindsey Scott rushed it 8 times for 8 yards. Devontae Bailey, 4 carries for 24 for Louisiana. Chris Smith had 6 for 18 yards. The really big plays for Louisiana have come on special teams. The returns by Chris Smith in terms of what he's done in the return game. And then as far as receivers go, Dejon Dixon, 6 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Long of 28 yards, that 21-yard touchdown to get Nicholls started. That's costly 4 catches for 81 yards. Michael Jefferson caught a touchdown, and John Stevens caught a touchdown for UL. So again, you scored the half. Louisiana 17, Nicholls 10. We'll come back and hear from senior wide receiver Dejon Dixon. Has a chance to maybe go in top 5 or 6 rounds of the NFL draft this upcoming spring, and a chance to maybe leave school, but stuck around for a 5th year. We'll chat with him about his time in Thibodeau. He's now the all-time record holder in receiving yards, catches, and touchdowns. And he started the game just 93 yards shy of becoming the 6th Southland receiver to 3,000. He is now just 7 yards shy of reaching that after the first half. Again, a 7-point lead for UL. Halftime after this on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Do you love being out? Good news. The FDA has approved a COVID-19 vaccine. So, if you've been waiting for FDA approval, now is the time to get vaccinated. More than 200 million people have already gotten a vaccine, and the FDA has thoroughly evaluated vaccine safety and effectiveness data. The vaccines provide the best protection you can get against COVID-19. Find your free vaccine at vaccines.gov.
The St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District Number 2 urges you to get a free COVID-19 vaccine. Visit www.ldh.la.gov to find the COVID-19 vaccine nearest you.
Here's good news for persons needing a medical prescription filled. Tesh Action Clinic Pharmacy could possibly fill your medicine, even if you're not a patient of Tesh Action Clinic. Tesh Action Pharmacy in Market City is located right across the street from Tiger Stadium at 1124 7th Street. Call today at 985-385-9925 and press option 6 to speak with a pharmacist about your medicine.
Seafood. Wander off the eating path on the Cajun Bayou Food Trail, featuring 16 of the best restaurants up and down the bayou in Lafourche Parish. 5 stops on the trail earned you a free t-shirt. Ooh, that's good there. Download your map and passport today at lacajunbayou.com. And get to eating, chef.
Rouse's Markets and their team members have been helping our Bayou friends and neighbors and communities all over South Louisiana with food, water, ice, and donations since Hurricane Ida hit. Even as some of those Rouse's Markets team members are putting their own lives back together, they are taking care of our communities. That is what Rouse's Markets does every single day. Neighbors helping neighbors. Just one reason that Rouse's Markets feels like home.
We've reached halftime in Lafayette as Nicholls tries to bounce back from its Week 1 loss at Memphis against the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Jack Benjamin, pleased to be joined by wide receiver Dejon Dixon, is now in his 5th year playing for the Red and Gray, a New Orleans native. Dejon, appreciate you taking the time as always, man. I think, there's...
Well, sir, I'm not sure what's going on yet, but we're going to send you for some tests. Oh, okay. We're going to do some lab work, of course. We're going to do a whole body CT scan. Okay. We're going to get a lumbar puncture. No problem. We're also going to do a colonoscopy. Hey, you're the doc. Followed by a brain biopsy. You got to do what you got to do. We should also do an experimental surgery where we replace your spleen with a second liver. Hey, I trust you, doc. Whatever you say. And let's go ahead and get you a COVID vaccine. No. I'm sorry? I'm not getting the vaccine. It significantly decreases your risk of becoming critically ill or dying from COVID. I just don't know if I can trust you. You just said you trusted me. Well, that was before you recommended something that the TV told me is problematic. I just don't want you to get sick. I promise you it's safe. Doctors don't know everything. I went to school for years. This is the exact thing I know about. I'll take my chances with the virus. Well, do you still want the second liver surgery? Oh, yeah.
Attention Morgan City and Tri-City residents. The St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District 2 reminds you to please get a COVID-19 vaccine. Visit ldh.la.gov to find the COVID vaccine location nearest you.
Morgan City Mayor Lee Dragner is a big sponsor of today's Nicholls Colonels game. Special shout out to number 4, long snapper Andre Dragner.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at AJ Doman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. Give us a call at AJ Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we could promise you the same results for less than $2 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for Viagra, you're being taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $2. We'll do the math for you. You save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 45 blue pills or 45 yellow pills for $99 and add 5 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call us at 800-975-1289 and get your 50 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in an unmarked package. Call us right now. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289.
And you've come back now for another season. What went into that decision for you, and what do you think you need to improve upon to be a guy who's consistently playing on the Sundays the way we know you're capable of being?
I've talked to a lot of people, and being a pro is more about the smaller details, that matter. That's what professionals do. They do the smaller things. A lot of things that other people might not want to do or have a hard time doing. That's really what my main focus is learning how to be more consistent, doing the smaller things, forcing myself to do things that I don't want to do, maybe, or if I'm probably not feeling good that day or something like that. I feel like I still have a lot of room for improvement, and I will improve, just trying to get 1% better each and every day. But I just felt like coming back to play an extra year in college would just help me in next year's draft, maybe going higher in the draft. I just feel like just the way I felt about life at the time, I just felt like it was for me to make that decision to stay. And I have a lot of people in my area giving me advice and helping me make decisions that's not easy for me to just make on my own. So that's kind of how I went about that situation.
Again, Jack Benjamin speaking with senior wide receiver Dejon Dixon, now in his 5th year playing in Thibodaux. He's an All-American. He's a 2-time first-team All-Conference selection, a 3-time All-Conference pick in general, has the Nicholls records for yards, receptions, and touchdowns. Dejon, and part of it for you, too, coming back for another year, you were with Chase Borke at the early start of your career. You have year 1 under your belt with Lindsey Scott in the spring, and you and Lindsey get to turn around and do it again here in a short span of time. What's that relationship been like for you, evolving with your quarterback, and really where can this offense grow to now that you guys have played a short period of time ago? You get to turn around and do it again.
I miss Chase. Chase still is around to this day. I love Lindsey Scott. He's a great player. Last spring was my first time actually playing with him because when he first got here, he was on a scout team. So I didn't really get the chance to build much chemistry with the team as well. But now that he's the starting quarterback, and now that I'm here for an extra year, Lindsey and I and the rest of the team, we have more time to build on our relationship. And I feel like the team is coming together along with the things that's been happening in their life, like Hurricane Ida. Just things like that, I feel like, brings the world together. it may seem like it's bad, but if you find a good and bad, then you can get something positive out of that. And I feel like this team is special. I've always felt like this team was special.
We've talked about your journey so much and the path that led you to Nicholls, and of course it's turned into an incredible career for you. But when you get a chance like this to play against an FBS school, an in-state school like Louisiana is, what does that mean for you? And just kind of what goes through your head to get on the field and showcase yourself against a lot of guys who you grew up playing with who ended up going to a little bit of a bigger school for whatever reason, but to have a chance to prove yourself on this kind of stage?
I always felt like I was overlooked or underrated. Just being able to play against big teams, like I said earlier, we all have opportunities. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I'm a football player, and I have the abilities to be a professional athlete. But the big games that I'm playing, that we're playing against these big schools, I look at it as it's time to show out. It's time to get people to know you, to notice you. If you feel like you're not getting that recognition, everything that you ever dreamed of is right in front of you. And like I said, you have to play your cards right. I just look at every game as an opportunity to shine, an opportunity to be successful. Put in a lot of work to get to where I'm dreamed of being.
Well, that is fifth-year senior wide receiver Dejon Dixon, again, a New Orleans native. He's now just 93 yards shy of becoming the sixth Southland wide receiver to reach 3,000 yards for his career. Dejon, can't thank you enough for the time, man. Best of luck today, and also to you and your family. I hope you guys are all staying safe and that things are okay after the hurricane.
Thank you. You too.
Halftime, Nicholls and Louisiana here in the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Is pain putting a strain on your quality of life? Don't suffer in silence. Get relief at the Pain Center of Thibodaux Regional. Dr. Luis Hernandez and Dr. Keith Duplantis can provide solutions to neck, knee, and back pain, as well as pain associated with injury, arthritis, nerve damage, and migraines. Get help for your pain at the Pain Center of Thibodaux Regional. Call today, 985-493-4080, or go to Thibodaux.com.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. For industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us at 985-876-6254 for all of your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, or 6185 Highway 1, Packerville to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers, a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels!
As a leader in the oil and gas industry, Joe Septic Contractors caters to oil field clients, offering vacuum truck service for offshore tanks, vessels, or treatment plants containing sewage or gray water. Their rental department offers state-of-the-art offshore portable toilets with cages and certified safety slings for easy maneuvering. Also holding tank rentals and portable hand washing stations. So call Joe Septic Contractors 24/7 at 985-632-5592 in Cutoff, Thibodaux, Fouchon, and Abbeville, or visit their website at joeseptic.viscom.net.
Whether for a restaurant or an online purchase, when you see 5 stars, you know it's the best. The same is true for healthcare. Thibodaux Regional Health System is proud to have earned 5 stars from CMS for highest quality care. A 5-star rating is the highest possible score, and Thibodaux Regional is the only hospital in South Louisiana to have earned 5 stars. Proof of the high quality of care you and your family will receive at Thibodaux Regional.
It's Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just arrived the all-new Intruder Package trucks. These beasts are factory-approved and warranted 6-inch lifts, 37-inch tires, special leather kits, and much more. Let me also introduce you to the newest member of the Jeep family, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The most awarded vehicle on the planet now has a new look and a third-row seat. These beautiful vehicles are arriving daily. And remember, sold orders take priority at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
I wanted my job.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
Sponsored by the St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District Number 2.
In these uncertain times, Tesh Action Clinic is aware of the anxiety felt in attending medical appointments. We are now offering telehealth, virtual visits to our patients that can be accessed with your computer or mobile device. Simply call 337-828-25.
For 200 yards. Total yardage was pretty close. Rushing yardage was pretty close. Pretty even throughout the board. Really, you look at, when you talk about the difference in this game in terms of the 7 points, it was the fact that UL has had better starting field position for the most part. Now, Nicholls did get the break on the kick-catch interference call, and they drove down and got the field goal before the half, but seemingly, if you can keep the ball away from Chris Smith, good things are probably going to happen, at least better things than what otherwise would go on.
Yeah, and they started hot, too. Lewis really had the ball going. I think at one time he was 11 for 12. He cooled off a little bit on that last drive, but I thought that, again, the Colonel defense made some things happen. They got a little pressure on him, and also you got to be impressed with Lindsey Scott. Picking his spots when to run. He ain't just taking off, but he's running for first downs, and boy, that frustrates the defense. You got them all covered up, and the quarterback slips away and gets the first down. He did it twice on that one drive, so look for him to keep doing that in the second half.
All right, well, we did just get the scoreboard loaded up here, so looking around the FBS, I should say looking around the FCS, that is. Charlotte actually had that impressive win over Duke the other week. They're up big on Gardner Webb. That's irrelevant to us. Where's the Southland? Let's try to pull that up here real quick. Here we go. All right, so Louisiana Southeastern's in a dogfight right now, Seth, with Louisiana Tech as well. That's a 3-point game in Ruston. Southeastern was the only team in week 1 to actually win in the Southland Conference. We had a couple of teams that were close. HBU nearly knocked off New Mexico. They had a great chance to win that ball game. Of course, UIW with really a devastating loss for the conference, unable to finish it off against Youngstown State. But can you imagine if Southeastern could go into Ruston and win, and then potentially a win here against that would go a long way towards upping where the conference is at right now, especially when you think about where they were to start the year and the kind of respect nationally.
Oh, I think no doubt about it. They need to have some of those big wins. 2022.
Northern Colorado's up 21-6.5 on HBU. That one is in Houston. Northwestern State a 10-3 lead over Alcorn State. 4:16 to go in the third quarter there. McNeese is hanging tough right now against LSU. They're at the 48-yard line of the Tigers, down just 7-0 in that Ogeron versus Ogeron Bowl. So, I'll tell you what, if that isn't a very, very convincing win for Ed Ogeron over his son Cody, somebody whose hot seat is already hot, that thing's going to get steaming.
That thing will get boiling down there in Baton Rouge, no question about it.
UIW's got a comfortable 17-0 first quarter lead on Prairie View A&M.
A couple other things that jump out at the scoreboard. Last week UL played Texas. Right now, in the third quarter, just after half, Arkansas is on top of Texas 16-0. So the question is, how good was Texas? And also, Memphis is winning pretty convincingly. A lot of people thought that that'd be a close game against Arkansas State, but Memphis leads it 34-20 just about at the half. So Memphis could have been better than people thought. Texas maybe not as good, and that's why we had a 17-10 ball game here.
That's a terrific point. Let's take a break. We're back in 60 with the start of the second half. 17-10 lead for Louisiana over Nicholls. Colonels to get the ball to start the third, I think.
Whether for a restaurant or an online purchase, when you see 5 stars, you know it's the best. The same is true for healthcare. Thibodeau Regional Health System is proud to have earned 5 stars from CMS for highest quality care. A 5-star rating is the highest possible score, and Thibodeau Regional is the only hospital in South Louisiana to have earned 5 stars. Proof of the high quality of care you and your family will receive at Thibodeau Regional.
It's Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at AJ Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just arrived the all-new Intruder Package trucks. These beasts are factory-approved and warranted 6-inch lifts, 37-inch tires, special leather kits, and much more. Let me also introduce you to the newest member of the Jeep family, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The most awarded vehicle on the planet now has a new look and a third-row seat. These beautiful vehicles are arriving daily. And remember, sold orders take priority at AJ Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge.
Getting ready to start the second half here at Cajun Field in Lafayette. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas back with you. Nicholls did defer to the second half, so they'll get the ball to start the third quarter. Scoring and underway by UL, a 7-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. John Stevens' first career catch was a touchdown. 7-0 UL lead. Nicholls responded to a 21-yard touchdown catch by Dejon Dixon. UL got a 46-yard field goal and then a 46-yard touchdown catch by Michael Jefferson to take a 17-7 lead. But Seth, right before the half, an impressive drive put together by the Colonels, marched it down, and they got a career-long 42-yard field goal from Gavin Lassane. That's where we are at the half, 17-10.
Yeah, and you go all the way down there and you missed the field goal. Well, it's not as impressive. But, boy, the way the Colonels did it, and they had some big plays on third downs. They got the first downs, and then Lassane was true. And what a weapon he's had becoming. If he can keep doing that, I'll tell you what, it takes a lot of pressure off that offense, not having to score touchdowns every time.
Again, Nicholls is looking for its first ever win against an FBS in-state opponent. They are 0-13 all-time in those matchups. They are 0-4 against Louisiana. They have never beaten the Raging Cajuns. Only down a touchdown as we get set to start the third quarter. Nate Schneider, who had 2 touchbacks in the first half, is behind it at his own 35 to our left. Marquise Albert and David Robinson are deep to our right, standing around the 5. A 7-point lead for the Raging Cajuns. Away we go with the second half. Both teams trying to avoid 0-2 starts to their seasons. And a fair catch called for at the 5 by Robinson. And the Nicholls offense will take over Robinson Jr. on the first drive of the third quarter at their own 25-yard line. Lindsey Scott in that first half was sensational. 14 for 20 through the air, 200 yards, Seth, and a touchdown pass. And he connected with Dejon Dixon quite a bit. 6 catches for 86 for Dejon in the score.
Yeah, he was on target when he had to be. And I tell you what, the pressure amped up on him in that second quarter, but he was able to handle it.
Now, it feels like it's big to see the way that this team comes out to start the third quarter. It's John Carrington to the right of Lindsey Scott. 1st and 10 for the 25. Snap back to Scott. Design run. Nothing doing. No gain on the play. Defensive front drives him back, led by 6'5", 349-pound nose tackle Tayland Humphrey. And that brings up second down and 10.
No gain, second down. Did a little motion that time with Franklin, just trying to move the defense a little and maybe slip Scott through there. The defense, good job of staying home.
Trips to the left for Nicholls. Mosley tight end off the line of the right. 2nd and 10 for the 25. The turn, the give to Carrington, running left. And outside the numbers, he's taken down after a gain of maybe half a yard. An interesting couple of play calls given how successful they were through the air in the first half. And, well, here you are now, Seth. You got a big 3rd down and 10 on the first drive of the third.
Yeah, and you know that UL probably got taken to the woodshed a little bit at halftime, and I'm sure the coaches got on about being a little more aggressive, and so far you've seen that happen.
Nicholls in that first half on 3rd down, pretty good, 4 for 8. They started 0 for 2, so converted on 4 of their final 6. Negrado, Franklin, and Costly to the right. Dixon in single coverage against Garner to the left. The back is Carrington to the left hip of Scott in the gun, claps his hands. 3rd and 10 for the 25. He's under duress. He moves 25-30. Hash mark 35-40. 4 numbers 45 midfield and tumbles down at the 49 of UL. A 26-yard scamper for Lindsey Scott on 3rd and 10 and move the chains for Nicholls 90 seconds into the third quarter, trailing 17-10 first drive of the second half.
Oh, trust me, he's not running as much as he did last year, but he still can, and he showed it right there. Dynamite play by Lindsey Scott.
It's the longest run tonight for a Nicholls player by 12 yards. Previous long was Lindsey in the first half for 11 yards. That one goes for 26 from the 49 of UL on 1st down and 10. Snap back, handoff Gums. And the All-American junior running back for the first time gets a handoff in the second half. He gets 2. Running over the right side. 2nd down and 8 upcoming here for Nicholls. Opening drive, third quarter. They have not led in this game. They trailed 17-7. Got within 7 points after a Lassane career-long 42-yard field goal right before the half with 36 seconds to go. Dixon is wide to the left. 2 receivers, Franklin and Costly right. Gums the back of the left hip of Lindsey Scott. And now they motion Mosley, the tight end, left slot. From the 47-yard line on 2nd down and 8. Snap back, Lindsey Scott looking left for Dixon. Airs it out. He has a step, and they overshot him. Oh, he had Garner beat by 5 strides, and Lindsey just overthrew him at about the 5-yard line near numbers. Boy, that is a golden opportunity missed.
And Lindsey knew it. I mean, had him wide open. I don't know if he'll get wide open like that again. And you gotta take advantage of those shots when you got it. But boy, that would have been nice.
I'll tell you what, Seth, they're not having Guerra, their best corner, Shadow Dejan. He's getting a step on Garner nearly every time. Now they're going to move Guerra over to him on this play after Garner got beat. There are 2 pretty close names in proximities. Here's the 3rd down and 8 for Nicholls. At the 47-yard line of UL, down by 7. Empty backfield, 5 wide, snap back to Scott, under pressure, steps up, runs, 45-40, flag down, near numbers, he reaches the ball at the 35. This thing's coming back after a 14-yard gain. Actually, a 12-yard gain. Flag is back all the way near midfield.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
That's Mikhail Hill. Southland Conference second team selection at right guard a season ago, Seth, and that is a costly penalty.
That's the ones that, you extend drives, you make a nice play, you would have it at the 35. Instead, it's back at your 43.
Just a killer. So, Nicholls now with a 3rd down and 18 at their own 43. They need the 39-yard line of UL to move the chains. Empty backfield, 4 wide for Lindsey Scott. Gets it off with 1 on the play clock. Just a designed run here, nowhere to move. And they keep him inside the tackles. He squirms free for about 4. So he's up to the 47-yard line. Tackled by one of those linebackers, Chris Moncrief. 4-yard gain. Sets up about 4th down and 14. And here comes the punting unit. And you go back to look. You can call the holdout, but you go back to the missed throw. Lindsey had an opportunity, just missed him.
Exactly what I was thinking. You had a touchdown throw, and you had a 1st down at the 35 without a penalty. So, got to take advantage of those situations.
Craig Walker had a couple of terrific first-half bunts. Stands at his own 31. Eric Guerra at his own 15 to our left. Snap good, end over end. Actually, a spiraling high kick that Guerra takes for a fair catch at the 14. It's well done by Walker to flip the field. A 39-yard punt, no return. And with 10:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, Louisiana will take the field for its first offensive drive of the second half, leading 17-10. Levi Lewis, the all-conference quarterback in that first half, was 11 for 15, 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. He starts in the shotgun as a tight end off his left hip, Johnny Lumpkin. Running back behind him is Imani Bailey, who was their most effective running back in that first half with 4 rushes for 24 yards. They give it to him, running left, and he's quickly tackled after a gain of about 5. So he tries the left side, gets 5 yards, 2nd and 5 upcoming. Linebacking core of Nicholls makes a group stop led by Hayden Shaheen. Chris Smith comes in as the running back now for UL. Lewis sets him into his line. He's got a receiver right, Jefferson, 1 receiver left. Tight end off the line to the left. 4-man front comes charging for Nicholls. Handoff Smith, big hole, 25-30, and he spins and he's tackled down by Dwayne Betts at the 31. Big hole open up there, Seth. 10-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, and you can bet that's what we talked about too. We need to run the football, guys. We hadn't run the football hardly at all this first half, and they've come out and made a concerted effort now to grind out that clock and get some yardage.
2 teams combined just 75 rush yards in that first half. 1st and 10, UL from their own 31, moving left to right. Motion man left to right is one of the tight ends, Pierce Meagle. Snap back, Levi Lewis. Hands it off this time, and not a whole lot of room for Smith. Tries the left edge, and nothing doing. I'll tell you who's played a nice game. Taj Brown, who was in on that tackle again. Hayden Shaheen leading the way. It's a loss of, actually, it's a gain of about half a yard, so call it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Taj Brown has really played well up on the front.
It's 9.5 ticking third quarter clock here at Cajun Fields. Nicholls has never beaten Louisiana. They're down 7. Early stages, third quarter, 17-10. Lewis in the gun and 3 wide. Snap is back. 4-man front comes charging. Lewis rolls to his left, points with his right hand, and just tosses this ball out of bounds. Closest man was his tight end, Neil Johnson. Kevin Johnson had the coverage, far sideline at the 45, and that sets up third down and 9. That's much better penetration from that defensive front.
Yeah, they've gotten through a couple times. Hadn't done it consistently, but they've made some big plays a few times.
Here's the question now. Can you get off the field on 3rd and long? Trips right, Lacey left. Running back Smith behind the quarterback Lewis in the gun. 3rd and 9 from his own 32. Empty backfield now, 5 wide. Bailey goes in motion. Lewis claps his hands, doesn't take the snap. 5-man front for Nicholls, comes charging. Lewis back to throw, looks left, fires, and it's incomplete. His receiver Lacey slipped coming out of his break, and that's a break for Nicholls because he was open. It was a good throw by Lewis to his outside shoulder, but instead it's a punt upcoming. The punt unit will come out here for UL with 9:08 in the third quarter clock.
Yeah, that was a perfect call because he had some space, but he went down, and good job by the defense.
Number 47, Reese Burns. Reese Burns will punt it. Ball will be snapped from the 32 by their long snapper, Bobby Hill. KJ Franklin hovering around his own 25. Rugby-style kick, end over end. Will take a UL bounce and will roll and trickle all the way down to the Nicholls 14-yard line. Wow, what a punt that is. And that'll keep going. Some pushing and shoving between Franklin and a couple of UL guys after that play. That ends up going for, 36. It's a 54-yard punt by a guy in Burns who's an Australian punter, so he can go rugby style if he has to. This is going to turn into a timeout, and we'll take a break. Our first break here of the third quarter comes with 8:51 to go. Louisiana 17, Nicholls 10, Colonel's ball at their own 14 when we come back on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
I wanted my job.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
Sponsored by the St. Mary Parish Hospital Service District Number 2.
In these uncertain times, Tesh Action Clinic is aware of the anxiety felt in attending medical appointments. We are now offering telehealth, virtual visits to our patients that can be accessed with your computer or mobile device. Simply call 337-828-2550 to schedule your appointment today. That's 337-828-2550.
That Nicholls football is brought to you by Mitchell Family Eye Care. Colonel fans, they love being outdoors, but find the sun's harsh rays wreak havoc on your eyes? If so, you can experience comfortable quality vision on even the sunniest days. Mitchell Family Eye Care, Thibodeau's 5-star rated family vision and medical eye doctors, are also one of the largest dealers of design sunglasses in the region. And the doctors and staff at Mitchell Family Eye Care are committed to providing the most advanced eye care available. Come in and mention this ad for exclusive 30% off any Costa Del Mar polarized sunglasses. See the difference at Mitchell Family Eye Care. 8:51, third quarter here at Cajun Field. Nighttime upon us in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're about 95 miles or so northwest of Thibodeau. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you. 17-10, partner in the lead for Louisiana, but Nicholls a chance to tie the game right here. Second drive of the third.
Yeah, had a good drive going until the penalty stopped it on a third down conversion, and it made it third and long. Didn't get it, had to punt it away, but backed up this time. Let's see what they come up with.
This was the margin at halftime. They start from their own 14, first and 10. Gums behind Lindsey Scott. Snap back, handoff, Gums running right. There just hasn't been a whole lot of running room tonight. Julian gets a yard over the right tackle, and it brings up second down and 9. At some point, the running game is going to have to get going, but right now, it seems like the best bet, if you're trying to pick up those short yardage situations, is just the quick passing game. And tell you what, this is a bad sign. Evan Roussel, Nicholls' freshman freshman All-American center is down.
Has cramps in both legs. I think he immediately went down, called a trainer, and he said it is hurting. So he got banged up last week with a finger injury. Now he's got the cramp. So,
and it'll be interesting to see how they work the line, if he has to sit out of plays or if it's a extensive situation of sitting out. Bailey Trusty's in there taking snaps on the sideline. He's the usual backup, the junior from Grenada, Mississippi. Roussel, I mentioned he was a freshman All-American by Hero Sports and a first-team All-Conference selection in the spring. He's down. They're going to take another timeout, and we will take a break as well. But before we take a break, we do want to remind you, Central Boat Rentals is proud to be a partner of the Nicholls Colonels, and we look forward to a great 2021-2022 season. Central Boat has been in the marine transportation business for over 50 years and provides specialized tug and barge services to the oil field, liquid cargo, and project cargo industries. For information about CBR and career opportunities, go to our website, www.centralboat.com. Go Colonels. We'll step away, 8:35 to go in the third. Nicholls down by 7 in the Colonels Sports Radio Network.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we could promise you the same results for less than $2 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for Viagra, you're being taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $2. We'll do the math for you. You save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 45 blue pills or 45 yellow pills for $99 and add 5 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call us at 800-975-1289 and get your 50 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in an unmarked package. Call us right now. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289. 800-975-1289.
Third quarter. On a beautiful night here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you. 17-10, the lead for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns out of the Sun Belt Conference of the FBS. Colonels trying to knock off an FBS opponent for the 5th time in school history. The last one, of course, coming against Kansas in 2018. That thriller in Lawrence. Trying to do it again here against their in-state rivals. They're 0-4 all-time against UL. Offense will take over here at their own 14, but they've got a new center, and Bailey Trusty has taken over after freshman All-American Evan Roussel looked like he had to go to the sideline with cramps. So we'll see if he can return. This is going to be a second down. I beg your pardon. I said first down and 10. It's going to be a second down and 9 after that 1-yard run by Gums before the commercial break. Second and 9, Nicholls at their own 15. Carrington the back, snap back Lindsey Scott, looking left, throws to the crosser, it's dropped. Looking for David Mosley, near numbers around the 20. Wasn't really anyone that had to be super close in coverage.
Intended for number 88, David Mosley.
And that brings up third down and 9.
Broken up. You hate to see one of these drives where just you go nowhere and 3 and out. You like to at least get some positive yards.
Well, here's a third down and 9. Nicholls today is 5 for 10 on third down. Costly right, 3 receivers stacked tightly to their left. Carrington the back on the right, hand of the quarterback, Lindsey Scott in the gun. From the 15, third and 9. Lindsey's back throws on a crosser. That's Dixon, hauls it in at the 30-yard line, right between the hash marks. He moves forward to the 32. It's a 17-yard reception for Dejon Dixon, and Seth with that catch. Dejon becomes the 6th receiver ever to reach 3,000 receiving yards in Southland Conference history.
That's very impressive, and that was a heck of a catch. Boy, he showed how strong his hands were as he got it out in front of him and just pulled it in.
7 grabs for 103, back-to-back 100-yard games to start his 5th-year senior campaign. His 11th career 100-yard receiving game. First and 10 from the Nicholls 32, handoff John Carrington, and they're trying to run the ball out wide. They've tried between the tackles. There just isn't a whole lot of room to do anything. At some point, do you just abandon it altogether?
I don't think you can. I mean, you've got to somehow slow down that pass rush. You saw it really trying to get to Scott midway through the second quarter. Now you got to keep them honest with those runs, and even if you don't pick up particularly large yardage.
Inside 7.5 to go, midway point, third quarter, 17-10 lead for Louisiana. Nicholls driving at their own 33, second down and 9. Gums to the left of Scott. Mosley tight end, slot left. Costly wide left. Dixon right. Snap back. Scott to throw. Crossing pattern is caught by Negrano. Over the middle in heavy congestion. All the way to the 40-yard line. What an impressive catch that is. We talk about his hands all the time, Seth. A 27-yard gain for his first catch of the night. And now another injury. Is that Negrano who's down in pain?
It's cramped. You can see that calf, and he immediately pointed to it and tried to pull his calf up, and that's what they working on right now.
So he gets 27, but he takes some pain with it. You know, you hate this for many reasons, but part of it is, especially after such a great game like that, you can't run up to the line and get the thing snapped. And first and foremost, losing Roussel as your starting center is one thing, but you know, you take away Negrano, he's such a big part of this offense too.
Yeah, I really don't think. You got some other guys that fill in, and they do an adequate job of blocking and stuff, but
he's a special basket.
Nobody has, he's almost a wide receiver. Yeah. We said coming out of high school over at St. Stanislaus, he was one of the outstanding tight ends and receivers in the South. And I tell you what, I saw him play in high school. He was just absolutely dynamite, in amongst boys.
We've got another stoppage on the field. 7:04 to go here in the third quarter. We're back in 60 seconds. 17-10, the lead for Louisiana over Nicholls here on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
At Thibodeau Regional Cancer Center, we take our role as the leader in cancer care seriously. We have more cancer doctors on staff than any other facility in the region. Using the most advanced technology available today, we're able to fight more types of cancer for the very best outcomes. If you need to battle cancer, you want the experts at Thibodeau Regional Cancer Center on your team. More cancer doctors, better quality care, greater patient satisfaction.
Archie Manning here for Thibodeau Regional. In the Manning household, you could say we're pretty serious about sports. And just like the expert team at Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional, we're also very serious about sports safety, especially concussion. They have advanced concussion testing technology that provides a more accurate, objective diagnosis and safer return to play. So play hard, play to win, but play it safe with Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional.
We're in the midst here of a 5-play, 45-yard drive for Nicholls, but, you know, Seth, normally you say it's been a great 5-play, 45-yard drive, and it has, but it's been a painful drive. You've lost your freshman All-American center, Evan Roussel, and now Lee Negrano, after a 27-yard catch, gets the ball down to the 41-yard line of UL, and he goes off the field with what looks like cramps as well.
Yeah, he kind of ran off, and he's over there getting some water, trying to get his back together. Meanwhile, looking for Roussel.
Now, Bailey Trusty's still in there.
Just take some time sometimes when you get those cramps. You got to get that fluid in you, and hopefully you can work it out.
Now, this drive started at the Colonel 14. It started at the 8:51 mark of the third. We're now down to 7:04 to go, third quarter. Nicholls down 7, 17-10 on the move. Sixth play of the drive. First and 10 from the 41. Jet sweep handoff. Dantes Costly tries to cut it back near numbers to the 40, and he is upended by Eric Guerra right there. Gain of a yard, and it brings up second down. I'll actually give him 2 yards. Second down and 8 upcoming. With the clock now at 6:45 and rolling.
A little bit of a low snap, too, kind of knocked off the timing of that play.
Costly and Franklin right, Dixon left. Colonel's huddling besides those 3 receivers. Scott breaks that huddle. He's got a towel dangling off the right side of his belt, that right sleeve on his right arm. Comes to his right. Second down and 8 at the 39 of UL. Looks into the nickel defense. Snap is back. 3-step drop. Looks left. Steps up. Now he runs. 35-30. Between the hash marks, 25-20. 15 breaks a tackle. 10. The 5. And he tumbles down right there. Outside the left hash mark, Lindsey Scott showing off the wheels. It's 34 yards on the ground. First and goal for Nicholls at the 5 of Louisiana.
Outstanding run. He took off. He was looking around. He just outran the defensive line and then made a move at about the 25 to get about 20 extra yards. Outstanding play by Lindsey Scott.
First and goal to go. Nicholls down 7, trying to tie the game. Costly, Dixon right. 2 tight ends left. First and goal at the 5. Snap back to Scott. Handoff Julian Gums, and he bulldozes his way to the 3. So they go right back to the ground on first and goal. And it sets up second and goal at the 3 with now 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Colonel's driving, trying to tie this game up.
95. Mosley in there at tight end. Also Nathan Hebb, number 43, has checked in.
Gums on the right hip of Scott. Hebb and Mosley off the line to the left as tight ends. Costly wide right, Dixon slot right. From the 3, second down and goal. Colonel's down to score. Snap back to Scott. Handoff Gums up the gut, and he is pulled down at the 2. He gets a yard. I understand the dominance of Julian Gums, but it just doesn't feel like this is the game to be running him twice at first and goal.
Well, I think they want to try to get it in. Also, you keep the clock running. I don't know what you're thinking either, but I think you got to get Lindsey on the outside, one of those run pass options where he can either keep it or put the pressure on the defensive back and maybe make a pass.
KJ Franklin now checks in as a slot to the left alongside Dixon. Costly wide right. Mosley tight end left. Carrington's the back on the left hip of Scott. From the 2, third down and goal. Motion man Franklin left to right. Snap back to Scott. He steps up. He runs at the 2. Reaches the ball in the end zone. And they are going to say that he is just short. They're going to say he's down inside the 1. And they're going to call it 4th and inches. 4th and goal and inches. And how do you go for it here if you're Tim Rebo?
Yeah, no doubt. You got to go for it here.
So it's 3 straight run plays for the Colonels. They started this goal-to-go sequence at the 5. They're now inside the 1. Actually, the edge of the ball is at the 1, so they didn't quite give him as much yardage as I thought he got on the reach. 4th and goal.
Probably use the timeout.
Yeah, play clock's down to 3.
Your best play right here.
Nicholls, this is their first timeout of the second half. 30 seconds.
I will say something about questioning the play calling on first and second and goal, Seth, because you run it twice in a situation where you know you have 4 chances to get the ball in the end zone, and that was probably Tim Rebo's thought process from the start.
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't going to settle for 3 unless there was some kind of loss of yardage. But now you put it all on this. And
so what are you drawing up here, Coach Thomas?
Well, again, I like the rollout. They're not allowing Lindsey to get to the outside. Most of his runs have come up the middle, and he's able to. So they do a good job of not letting him outside, but I'm going to try to get him to the edge and maybe get him to run it or throw it. We'll see.
3:33 to go, third quarter. Louisiana 17, Nicholls 10. 11th play of the drive upcoming. It started at the Colonel's 14-yard line. It's already elapsed about 4.5 minutes. So now they've got Julian Gums back in the game on the right hip of Lindsey Scott. Dixon left, Costly, and Negrano back in to the right. Inside the 1, 4th down and goal to go. Snap back to Scott. Handoff Gums, and he's met and dropped. They did not get it. Ball is free. It was knocked away, and the Colonels turn it over on downs. Unbelievable. First and goal at the 5, and they turn it over on downs.
Tried to run it 4 straight times and couldn't get it in. And boy, that's a huge stop.
Down, short of the goal line. 1st and 10, Louisiana.
The Cajun defense.
Look, you can play Monday morning quarterback and all you want here, but I just don't know when you throw the ball as successfully as you have that much, and you've got 4 downs to get the ball in the end zone, how you don't try to get the ball in 5's hands once. I don't know, Seth.
That's a good point.
I mean, he was in single coverage that whole sequence, too.
Yeah, they had stacked the box.
Yeah, we'll see if the defense can look. The defense was off the field for a while now, and they've been playing well, so let's see. The running back is Montrell Johnson. He's right behind Levi Lewis in the gun. Lewis rolls left, throws wide open man, Neil Johnson, tight end. 10 for our numbers 20, and he's finally taken down by Tobin at the 22.
87, Neil Johnson.
Well, we've seen that happen before. They had it on the 1, and they got it out to the 21, so they get out of shadows of their own goalposts.
Momentum's a real thing. The UL's got plenty of it now from their 22, first down and 10. Snap to Lewis, looking right all the way. Lofts one, deep, and dropped off the fingertips of John Stevens. I'll tell you what, Levi Lewis throws a pretty ball. He had Jarius Monroe beat the whole way. He just dropped it around midfield, and that brings up 2nd and 10. That's a big break.
Yeah, but Stevens has been impressive tonight, too. 6'5", a big guy. He's been able to get behind the defense a couple times.
And he's got that touchdown catch earlier of 27 yards. Nicholls does almost like a platoon substitution on the line and in the secondary. Jordan Jackson checks back in along with Dwayne Betts. 4-man front for Nicholls. 2nd down and 10. UL at their own 22. Lewis has 3 wide. Now he sends a motion man Fleming right to left. Now he comes back to the right. Snap back. Handoff goes to Johnson up the gut. And he's got a solid gain of about 6 to set up 3rd and 4. Up to the 28-yard line with now 2:45 to go in the 3rd and ticking. And UL leading Nicholls 17-10 after stopping them on 4th and goal moments ago.
Big 3rd down right here. Get them off the field. Don't let them get into that offensive rhythm back.
Louisiana's just 2 for 8 today on 3rd down. You add in what they did last week against Texas, and they're just 6 for 21 to start their season on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 from their 28. Lewis hands off to Johnson. There's nothing there. Actually, you know what? Forward progress took him more than I thought.
It took him more than he thought, but he's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, he did get a couple of yards. Hayden Shaheen, I think, led the way there along with Gansey. Now you're at your own 31.
I mean, they may try, but I don't see how you can.
They got the offense on the field here.
That's a lot of confidence, and I get it, but
Billy Napier a year ago, his team went for it 25 times on 4th down. That was the 2nd most of the Sun Belt Conference, Seth, so you never know. They've got 3 receivers wide. Now they've Lewis alone in the shotgun. They motion 2 tight ends to the left, and they bring Johnson back behind Lewis. Play clock's down to 3, down to 2. They do snap it from the 31. Handoff to Johnson, and he didn't get it. He's stuffed on 4th down by the Colonels. Wow. How about that defensive play? It looked like Jacarius Martin got in there along with Tyree Evans.
I'm going to tell you
what a gigantic defensive play, and what a momentum swing.
Yeah, no question about it. Along that front, it definitely, you called it right, partner. 94, they are all over him on that sideline.
Tell you what, he's a guy that Tommy Rybacke has raved about. 2 years at Austin Peay, and he makes maybe the play of the early season for the Colonels. So Nicholls turns it over on downs at the 1 of UL. UL turns it over on downs at their own 31. Colonel offense right back to work, down 17-10, a minute 35 to go in the 3rd in a wild sequence. 1st and 10 from the 31. Scott's got 3 wide. Snap back, handoff John Carrington running left. At some point, Seth, you got to throw the ball on 1st down. There just is nothing there right now in the running game.
John Carrington, the 3rd.
No gain again, running left. Stop made again in the secondary by Guerrer. I just don't get it.
And I don't know if it's trying to shorten the game. You know, it could be the thing. Roussel, the good news is he's back in at center. We saw Negrano back in as well. So Negrano and Roussel back in fighting those cramps.
Dixon alone to the left. Costly Franklin right. 2nd down and 10 from the 31 of UL. Snap back to Scott. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right. Throws. It's intercepted. And this is going to be 6. It's picked off by Chris Moncrief. Lindsey never saw him, and he is going to take it about 70 yards for a pick 6. And a game-changing pick 6. Wow.
That's a tough one.
I'll tell you what. The second that Lindsey opened up left, Seth, he was in trouble. It's a play where, with the amount of pressure in his face, the best move was probably throwing that ball away.
But to your point, though, Jack, what's happening They know the Colonels are running on first down. They stack in the box. Second down, they come in with the pass rush. And it's much harder when they know what you're going to do. And that looked like they knew exactly, sniffed it out, and got the interception.
Moncrief is actually filling in place of their starting linebacker this week, Farrod Gardner, who's not even playing. He's an All-American at middle linebacker. Extra point is up and through from Kenneth Almendarez. That's one of the more wild swings you'll see in a football game. Back-to-back turnovers on down, followed by a pick six. And all of a sudden, you blink, and it's a 24-10 game.
Yeah, two-score game, and you had it to where you could either be within 4 or you may have tied things up. And now, it's a little tougher for the Colonels, but not out of it.
So 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. And as good as Lindsey Scott has been in his young career, replacing arguably the best player to ever wear the red and gray and chase 4K at quarterback with it, the one issue he's now had, and you go back to the Southeastern game, frankly, you can go back to the McNeese game as well, the interceptions have been a big, big problem for him now. He threw 7 of them in the spring, 4 came against Southeastern, and that now, Seth, if you factor in Southeastern, that's his third pick six in his last 3 games.
That makes it awfully tough, especially when you try to battle back and get the lead.
So Nate Schneider will send it away from his 35-yard line to our right. Marquise Albert, David Robinson away. What a huge momentum swing. Still plenty of time. 43 seconds to go third quarter. 24-10 the lead for Louisiana. The trot, the kick. It's end over end. And it's Robinson from the 10 right hash mark. Now he calls a fair catch. I didn't see the wave, but he did. And that'll bring the ball to the 25 with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 through 25.
You can't panic now. You can't try to get it all back with one pass, but you're going to have to pass the football. And I think the problem is the Cajuns know that as well.
Well, let's see what kind of bounce back ability Lindsey has now. 43 seconds to go third quarter. Nicholls down by 14. They start from their 25. 3 receivers right. Dixon and Franklin are stacked. Robinson outside them. 2 receivers left. Negrano and Carrington. Snap back to Scott. Empty backfield on first down. He throws underneath. Caught Dixon. And up to the 45. Call it the 47-yard line with a 1st down. They'll give him the 48 on a gain of 23 yards, and that's a good start to this. I should say they'll give him the 43, miscounted. So good start there, Seth, 18-yard gain.
Yeah, but now you give yourself no room for error. You got to be almost perfect, and you got to get down and score and get back in it.
Colonel's not with a whole lot of urgency here. Almost content to let this third quarter clock run to its conclusion, which they can. It's down to 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Gums in the right hip of Scott. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Looks into a 4-man front snap back with 2 on the clock in the third. On a crosser, it's Dixon, and he drops it. It's a rare drop. I think Dejan heard some footsteps coming and didn't want any part of that. And that'll do it for the end of the third. So Nicholls will face a 2nd and 10 at their own 43-yard line when we come back. But they're down 2 scores. After a wild third quarter, that sees Louisiana extend their lead from 7 to 14 on a pick 6 by Chris Moncrief. It's a 24-10 lead for Louisiana over Nicholls. So we head to the 4th here at Cajun Field in Lafayette. Nicholls with work to do to try to get their first ever win against UL and their first ever win against an FBS in-state opponent. We're back in 2 minutes, start of the 4th quarter on the Cardinal Sports Radio Network.
A new name, a new era. TGMC is now Terrebonne General Health System. This change reflects our transition to more of an all-around healthcare partner rather than just a healthcare provider. With new facilities, new innovations, and new ways to help you, we've done more than change our name. We've changed our future. To see what's new at Terrebonne General Health System, visit tghealthsystem.com.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start, and we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet for retail business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge. eTel Business. Offer valid on 3-year contract for 2 or more business services.
Allons manger! Shrimp boulettes, po' boys, and some of Louisiana's freshest seafood. Wander off the eating path on the Cajun Bayou Food Trail, featuring 16 of the best restaurants up and down the bayou in Lafourche Parish. 5 stops on the trail earned you a free t-shirt. Ooh, that's good there. Download your map and passport today at lacajunbayou.com. And get to eating, chef.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. For industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us at 985-876-6254 for all of your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, or 6185 Highway 1, Packerville to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers, a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels!
Well, the halftime lead for Louisiana over Nicholls was 17-10. They extend that by a touchdown in the third quarter on a pick six. After Nicholls turned it over on downs inside the 1 of UL on 4th and goal, the Raging Cajuns turned it over on downs at their own 31. And then Lindsey Scott throws a pick six to Chris Moncrief, who runs it about 65 yards for the touchdown. That's where we stand. Start of the fourth quarter, 24-10 lead for Louisiana over Nicholls. Colonels have the ball, Seth, at their own 43, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and must-score situation right here, down 2 scores. You just don't want this thing to get away from you for sure.
David Robinson to the right. It's David Mosley and Dejon Dixon left. 2 running backs in the backfield. Actually, it's KJ Franklin and Julian Gums to the right and left hip of Scott, respectively. 2nd down and 10. Handoff Gums. Tries the right side outside the tackle. And again, not a whole lot there. Gain of 3 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 upcoming. Longest run of the night for Julian Seth is 4 yards.
Let's get loud.
You know, it's not because he had been trying and they've been running him. It's just that defensive front is taking care of business.
3rd down and 7, Nicholls. At their own 46-yard line, this crowded Cajun field getting involved. Colonels tonight on 3rd down are 6 for 12. 3 left, 2 right, empty backfield for Scott on 3rd and 6. Throw is left, caught Dixon. He's shy of a 1st down right at midfield. Now you got 4th down and 3. Do you go for it here?
Not yet, I don't think.
Punting unit's coming out.
I think you got to give one more chance to knock it down there deep and maybe have you even stop it and maybe get the ball back to the same spot.
Now obviously the risky run, they score a touchdown here. It's over.
Definitely.
So punt will come from midfield. Walker standing around his 36 to punt it to our left. Eric Guerrer at his own 12 on the right hash mark, deep to our right. Snap is good. Hold and kick just gets away. Guerrer waves from his right arm for a fair catch. Taken at
catch by Guerrer.
The 18-yard line.
At the Louisiana 17-yard line.
For his 32-yard punt. No return.
So they've been close a couple times. That time, that close again.
It's actually backing up a yard to the 17. So 33 yards on the punt by Craig Walker. And now here comes this offense, which you really think back to the late stages of the first half. They haven't done a whole lot. Haven't moved the ball much. Credit this Nicholls defense. And the question now is, can they force a turnover? Tim Rebo called out his team saying, we got to take the ball away. Only forced, 8 turnovers in the spring season. Running back is Chris Smith. He's behind Levi Lewis in the gun from his own 17-yard line, 1st down and 10. Snap is back. Lewis rolls left, looking in the flat. Throws, it's dropped. What's that, 4 drops tonight by UL running backs and receivers?
I will tell you, that play right there, when he bootlegs the other way and nobody's home, they have been really successful on 1st down with that. Fortunately for the Colonels, he could hang on to it. And now 2nd down and 10.
Tell you what, Lewis is now 12 for 19 for 201 and 2 touchdowns. He really should be about 17 for 19 tonight. He has put a lot of passes right there for his guys. Nicholls fortunate at that time. Second down and 10. UL at their own 17, 4 wide. Snap back, Lewis. 4-man rush comes charging. That's batted down. Yeah. I think Taj Brown got a paw on that one again. Might have been Bernard.
I think they both were back there.
How about this pass rush all of a sudden?
You know, they're doing it with 4 guys. They're not like they all out blitzing to get to him. They're doing it with the 4 guys up front, and that's huge because you can drop back and cover 7.
24-10, the lead for Louisiana over Nicholls. 90 seconds gone in this fourth quarter here in Lafayette. Nicholls has never won in this head-to-head. They're 0-4. They've never beaten an FBS in-state opponent. Third down and long, 3rd and 10 for UL at their own 17. And 2 for 9 today on third down. They've missed on their last 4. Lewis with 3 wide. Has the snap. 3-step drop. Rolls to his left. Looking. Fires. Middle caught. Dante Fleming came back to grab it at the 32-yard line between the hash marks. That's a huge pickup, 15 yards in the first down.
Yeah, you get a third down and 10. You got to get him off the field, and that time just couldn't do it.
From the 32 of UL, first down and 10. 2 right, 2 left. Smith the back. Lewis to throw again. He's looking deep. Far sideline, incomplete. Malik Woodery had the coverage on Fleming along the far sideline at the 45. And it's 2nd and 10.
That was nice coverage because he used the sideline as extra defender. He kind of kept peeking back at the quarterback, so even though he didn't turn all the way around, he was looking back over his shoulder.
3 receivers left now for UL. Running back behind Levi Lewis. And the shotgun is Chris Smith. From his 32-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Snap back, Lewis to throw again. Again looking deep. And again he drops one in the bucket. And this time it's caught. Peter LeBlanc. Along the sideline at the 38-yard line of Nicholls. What a pretty touch pass that was from Levi Lewis.
Here's another
30-yard gain and a first down.
They're going for the knockout punch right here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of Nicholls. 3 left, 1 right. Snap back, Lewis throwing quick again. Far side. It's complete. This time it's John Stevens who caught the first touchdown pass of the game. Forward progress takes him all the way to the 30-yard line and sets up 2nd down and 3. And all of a sudden this defense is looking a little tired. 2nd and 3, 30-yard line of Nicholls. 12-15, turning fourth quarter clock. 24-10 lead for the Raging Cajuns. Snap to Lewis, handoff, Chris Smith. Running right, big hole, far side of the 20. And his lunge is down right there.
Chris Smith, socially distancing.
Another good gain. 10 more yards and a first down. And they're starting to wear down the Colonels. They can taste it.
Louisiana!
Well within field goal range now, Seth.
They just collapsed that end of the line on the left side.
Basically, you need a turnover now if you're the Colonels. Still time, but boy, they're in big trouble now. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Nicholls. Lewis fakes the throw right, rolls to the left, looking, fires, and it's caught on a comeback by Lacey. There's a flag down at the 1.
Pass is incomplete, flag on the play.
I think that Monroe and Jordan Jackson are calling for offensive pass interference on Lacey, who made that catch around the 2.
Pass interference. Offense.
There it is. They're going to get it.
15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
That's big for many reasons. That'll take them to the borderline of field goal range now. So you go from, where were they, the 20, all the way back to the 35. Hey, I mean, you're out of field goal range at this point.
Yeah.
So the question defensively is how you play this.
Well, I think that they're going to still try to run that play action, and hopefully you get close enough to a guy to make an interception.
Lewis is in the gun. He's got Jamani Bailey behind him. 2 receivers left, 2 stacked right. 4-man front for Nicholls. From the 35-yard line of the Colonels, first down and 25 for Lewis. Snap is back, trying to throw on a slant. It's caught by Fleming, and he breaks it at the 20. Here's sideline 15, and he's pulled down at the 11. And that just can't happen. So they lose 15. they go right back, and they gain 24.
I think you're just seeing a tired defense now.
1st and 25 becomes 2nd down and 1 at the 11. Lewis throwing fade far side. Incomplete for Lacey, who wants a flag, doesn't get it. Coverage from James Tobin was very good in the back right corner of the end zone. And now it's 3rd down and 1. Now look, you force a field goal try, you're not totally done yet. Knowing Billy Napier, though, boy, he might be thinking 2 downs to get this 1 yard.
Especially with a 14-point lead.
Yeah. It's 3rd and 1. 11-yard line of Nicholls. 11:04 on the 4th quarter clock. 24-10 lead for the Raging Cajuns. 2 receivers stacked tightly right. Snap back. Handoff goes to Smith, and he's tackled after he gets 3 and a 1st down.
Goes to number 9, Amani Daly. The result of the play is another Louisiana.
So this drive for Louisiana has been costly for so many reasons, partially because of how much clock they've eaten up. 10 plays, 72 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. At the 8-yard line of Nicholls, 1st down and goal. 24-10 lead for Louisiana. Looking for more. Motion man LeBlanc left to right. Fake the handoff. Lewis looking, fires. LeBlanc caught. Tiptoes the sideline. Touchdown. That actually was not LeBlanc. It was Pierce Meagle, redshirt sophomore from Welsh, with his 2nd career catch. And it's a touchdown. Actually, it was just shy of the goal line. Beg your pardon. Just shy.
I thought he got in too.
Yeah, it looked like it initially, but they call him short, so it's at the 1. And now it's 2nd and goal. Well, all you got to do here is pick one off and go 99 yards.
Pop one out and pick up, scoop and score.
Where's Ronald Ollie when you need him, huh? Big guy rumbling down there. Going to split Lacey far right, LeBlanc left. Bailey the back behind Lewis in the gun. 2nd down and goal at the 1. Snap back. Lewis throwing slant caught. Lacey for the touchdown. He beat James Tobin, and the Thibodeau kid puts a dagger in his hometown team with 9:46 to go. 30-10. Now there's a flag. And I think this is going to be on the defense.
Number 53.
Never mind.
10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Now that's why not an official.
A replay, 2nd down, so get it back to about the 12.
So that's 2 times where people listening must be thinking, geez, are you rooting for the other guys? I'm not. Just saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't see the flag, and then you saw the Cajuns kind of celebrating, so you thought that it could still be against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, there was a late flag thrown, and they called the holds. So all of a sudden, you make it a 2nd down and goal at the 11. And from here, it would still be a relative field goal try where you're going to make it happen. Empty backfield, 5 wide for Lewis in the gun. Can this Nicholls defense make a play? 9:45 to go. Lewis backing up, throwing to the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended target was Devin Pauly, sophomore from Lake Charles.
3rd down.
And now it's 3rd down and goal at the 11.
Good pressure again by the Colonels, unless they can do it one more time.
They've only, by my count, tipped 1 ball tonight. Can they get a deflection? Can they get something and get the ball back? 3rd down and goal at the 11 of Nicholls. UL leading by 14, looking to go up 3 scores. Lewis has Johnson. Now he motions him into the backfield. 5 wide. Snap back. Throwing fade. Lacey off his fingertips. Incomplete. That's another perfect touch pass by Lewis. That was just too far. And the field goal unit will come out now for UL. So the Colonels get multiple breaks there. And all of a sudden, it will be a 28-yard field goal try. And maybe you can block the field goal.
Stranger things have happened, that's for sure.
Well, The problem here is that Kenneth Almendarez, in his young career as a Cajun, has not missed. He is 7 for 7 on field goals, made a 48 career long yarder last week. This on the left hash from 28 yards. Snap good, hold good, kick to our left is away, and it is good. And the lead grows to 3 scores. 9:29 on the fourth quarter clock. Louisiana 27, Nicholls 10. Work to do, a whole lot of work to do for the Colonels, down 3 scores on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start. And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from eTel Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back. And we're here to make your business surge. eTel Business. Offer valid on 3-year contract for 2 or more business services.
Set yourself up for success when planning your next event, whether it's wedding, festival, Mardi Gras, rodeo, or concert. Joe Septic Contractors knows that it's important to cover your bases. Joe Septic Contractors can supply multi-stall restroom, air-conditioned trailers anytime, anywhere, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Planning a luxury event? Check out their new black tie luxury restroom and shower trailers. Visit Joe Septic at viscom.net with locations in Cutoff, Thibodeau, Bouchon, and Abbeville.
Rouse's Markets and their team members have been helping our Bayou friends and neighbors and communities all over South Louisiana with food, water, ice, and donations since Hurricane Ida hit. Even as some of those Rouse's Markets team members are putting their own lives back together, they are taking care of our communities. That is what Rouse's Markets does every single day. Neighbors helping neighbors. Just one reason that Rouse's Markets feels like home.
Do you love being outdoors but find the sun's harsh rays wreak havoc on your eyes? You can experience comfortable quality vision on even the sunniest days. Mitchell Family Eye Care, Thibodeau's 5-star rated family vision and medical eye doctors, also one of the largest dealers of designer sunglasses in the region. And the doctors and the staff at Mitchell Family Eye Care are committed to providing the most advanced eye care available. Mention this ad for an exclusive 30% off any Costa Del Mar polarized sunglasses. See the difference at Mitchell Family Eye Care.
Well, 9:29 to go in this one from Cajun Field. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you. 14-play, 72-yard drive by Louisiana. Takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, and they get a 28-yard field goal by Kenneth Almendarez. Partner to stretch the lead to 17.
Yeah, a good job by the Colonels. It looked like twice that the Cajuns will get the ball in the end zone, but the penalty brought it back and held them to 3.
Nate Schneider to kick it away to our left. End over end kick that David Robinson waves for a fair catch at the 5.
81, David Robinson Jr.
And here comes this offense that has only got the ball into the end zone once today. And now they've got to do it twice and then some. 9:29 to go. Lindsey Scott today is 18 for 28, 265, a touchdown, and a very costly pick 6. And now he starts from his own 25. Now you got to move efficiently. You got to move quick. 4 wide. It's costly in Negrano right. Dixon and Franklin left. Carrington to the left hip of the quarterback, Scott in the gun. At his own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Snap is back, 3-step drop. Scott underneath, pass caught. Negrano slips down right around the 30.
To number 85.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Clock at 9:20 and ticking here in the 4th.
Good to see Negrano back in there. France with another catch.
He'll go out wide to the left. 3 left, costly right. Carrington to the right of Scott in the gun on the right hash mark. Evan Roussell's back into center as well. That's also a very good sign. And Roussell just moved.
Flag on the play.
I think this is the first time he's been back in since the cramps, and maybe some rust showing there.
With the snap, offense, 71. 5-yard penalty. We play 2nd down.
And I often hear that illegal snap. I guess that's called for movement by the center only.
Yeah, he moved the football on the ground, but he didn't snap it, so I guess they Illegal snap.
Pretty much every snap in his 2 years so far. So make it second down and 15. And Scott with a hole, 25-30. Right hash mark slides. And they'll say he started that slot at 34. So he gets all that penalty yardage back and then some. And that'll make it a third down and 1. Third and 1, Nicholls throwing 34. 8.5 to go now. They got to move quick here. They're wasting a lot of time when you got to go 66 more yards down by 17 points. Snap to Scott, handoff Carrington. He's quickly met and dropped, and I think he did fall forward enough for a first down.
I think you're right. He did go behind the line of scrimmage and a strong run by Carrington.
Strong man at San Antonio. And at career day last year against his hometown team at UIW, 13 rushes for 135 and a couple of scores. Joey Gum checks back into the right of Scott. 2 receivers left. Costly right. Tight end Negrado off the right side of the line. From the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott back to throw. He rolls right. He'll run again 35 and steps out of bounds to the 39. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 upcoming. Clock's at 7:43 in the 4th.
They just pin their ears back. They know that the Colonels have to throw the football, and they're coming to get him. And as soon as he gets back in the pocket, immediately is flushed out. Now, some of these runs are not by design, but he has no choice.
7:30, 7:29, and ticking it left in the game. Louisiana 27, Nicholls 10. Colonels there on 40, 2nd down and 5. Scott design run again behind his right guard. And McHale Hill. He's up to about the 44. 4-yard gain. Bring up a 3rd down and 1. To our left, it's Chris Smith. And they stop the clock here with 7:15.
Mississippi. Well, the Colonels lost their helmet and had to come out for a play.
So 3rd down and 1. Nicholls today on 3rd down is 7 for 14.
Burkhalter was on the sideline for a play.
Dixon left, Costly right. Negrado tight end right. Mosley tight end left. Joey Gums on the left tackle. Lindsey Scott in the gun. At the 44-yard line, Nicholls moving left to right. Play clock ran all the way down. I think Lindsey Scott was asking why the play clock was still going when they had to stop it initially.
Timeout. Offense. This is a 30-second timeout.
I don't understand why they kept the play clock running, but they stopped the game clock. Confusing. So with 6:47 to go, this is going to lead to a timeout, going to lead to a full timeout, and we'll take a break here. 6:47 left. Louisiana's 27, Nicholls 10. Colonels have a big 3rd down at their own 39. We're back in. Now they're going to take the clock off the field. Yeah, they are back on. 60-second break. 60 seconds. We're back here on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Your dental health is very important. That's why Homa Family Dental proudly serves Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Mary parishes. We provide high-quality dental services that resolve the dental needs for the entire family. Come see our brand new office located on the corner of Highway 311 and Polk Street in Homa. Dr. Stephen Morgan and Associates provide same-day crowns, orthodontics, and Botox treatments. Make your appointment today and visit our website at homafamilydental.com.
Ticket Smarter, the smarter way to buy tickets to live events. If you're looking to experience and enjoy the power and excitement of all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit Ticketsmarter.com and download the app today. Don't miss out, smart fans. Start at Ticketsmarter.com.
6:47 to go here from Cajun Field in Lafayette. And it's a 27-10 lead for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns on Nicholls. Jack Benjamin and Seth Thomas back with you. 3rd down and 1 here for Nicholls. Still some time before they're going to snap this football, partner. You think about the way this game's gone. The defense kept them in for a large portion of that first half. The offense marches it down. They spoil a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line of UL. They get the ball back, and then Lindsey throws the pick 6. Could be a whole different ballgame. Instead, we're down by 17.
This game is just a lot closer to me than 17. I mean, the Colonels had a chance to tie it up or maybe take the lead. It was a 17-point game. I get it, but I'll tell you what. It seems to be the trend now in college football. Any Saturday, or Thursday or Sunday, whatever, a lot of these smaller schools have been able to compete with the bigger schools. And you can look across the country and they might not beat them, but boy, they got some teams that have taken the big teams down to the wire.
Now you're right, Toledo giving Notre Dame everything they can handle. How about Southeastern right now? They're only down 3 to Louisiana Tech and Ruston. That one's early in the fourth quarter. Well, here we've got a 3rd down and 1 for Nicholls, so they're on 39. 6:47 left in the game. Louisiana 27. Nicholls 10. The 14 to Nicholls, 2.5 gone first. Dantes calls to the right. Dejon Dixon split wide left. Negrado tight end off the line of the left. Mosley tight end right. Comes the back. Lindsey Scott now creeps up under center. Turns, spins, pitches out to Gumbs. A little bit of a hole, and he's got a first down. So a little creativity there with the run game. I like that. Mix it up a little bit. Little pitch out for 3 to the 48-yard line, first down.
You saw when he ran to the line of scrimmage to get under center, the whole defense kind of came down because they thought it was a quarterback sneak, and then he picks it outside. First time I've really seen that play. I'm like you. I kind of like it.
Good creativity there for Nicholls to move the chains. 6:25 turning clock. Look, they're down 3 scores. You got to move. From the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Lindsey Scott's back, looking, fires, far side. Dejon goes up and snares it with his gloved hands. Along the far sideline, he just plucked that thing out of midair to the 38-yard line on a gain of 14 and a first down. He is something else.
He has shown the total package here tonight.
His 10th catch. He's got 140 yards receiving. From the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Snap back, Lindsey Scott looking middle. Now he'll tuck it down and run. He's got a lane. 30-25, slides at the 22. Another first down, 17 more yards for Scott on the ground. He's over 100 now on the game. 17 carries, Seth, for 110 for the senior out of Zachary. And now, with 5:45 to go, the Colonels knocking on the door of the red zone at the 22. They'll snap it quick. 1st and 10, pitched out to Carrington, running outside right tackle. And at the near numbers, he's dragged down by Jordan Quibido, the linebacker. They give him a yard. And call it a gain of 2 to the 20. Colonels are, by the way, inside the Snap Fitness red zone. Snap Fitness, give 985-447-1685 a call to learn how we're refreshing fitness. Snap Fitness for the feeling. 2nd down and 8 at the 20-yard line of UL. 2 left, costly right for Scott in the gun. Snap is back. 2-step drop. Looks middle. Fires to the end zone. Was it caught? Yes! KJ Franklin in heavy congestion hauls in that ankle-high pass for the score. A sliding grab on the S of the Louisiana type. And the Colonels are back within a couple scores. A big touchdown drive there. 27-16, 5:03 to go in the game.
You got to be impressed with that. That was an amazing drive by the Colonels. And tell you what, that ball was thrown in the only place it could be complete. And Franklin made a nice grab.
You watch the Colonels put together that kind of drive, and you wonder, why don't they go with tempo more often? And sometimes it does give you that feeling. 10 plays, 75 yards. It did take 4 minutes and 26 seconds, and time is their worst enemy right now. Franklin, a 20-yard touchdown catch. Movement on the line here before the extra point. This is going to make it a slightly tougher try here for Gavin Lassine.
Defense. Offside. Number 4. Causing a reaction. That penalty is declined. Replay try.
Or not. Making it easier point.
Well, yeah, 2 doesn't do any good right now, really, in the grand scheme of things.
No, because even with 16 points, doesn't give you much. So at 27-16, this is to make it a 10-point game and get within a touchdown and a field goal with 5:03 to go. And you're still in that point of the game as Dragna holds, Lassine kicks. You do need the extra point. That one is good. And it's a 10-point game. And the thing I was going to say is, Seth, the one thing that does hurt the Colonels here, they've already burned 2 of their timeouts. Those had to be burned early in the third. So you've only got 1 timeout. But 5:03 left. You're nowhere near needing an onside kick yet at this point. You play this out defensively. We're going to take a break here. We got a 2-minute break upcoming. 5:03 to go in the game. Louisiana 27, Nicholls 17 on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ashley Barrios in Cutoff today. 985-632-0988.
Your dental health is very important. That's why Home and Family Dental proudly serves Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Mary parishes. We provide high-quality dental services that resolve the dental needs for the entire family. Come see our brand new office located on the corner of Highway 311 and Polk Street in Houma. Dr. Stephen Morgan and Associates provide same-day crowns, orthodontics, and Botox treatments. Make your appointment today and visit our website at homeoffamilydental.com.
It's finally out.
Attention Tesh Action Clinic patients who use our clinic in Thibodaux or one of our clinics in Terrebonne Parish. We regret to announce that these sites are closed until further notice. However, we invite you to continue your care at our clinic in Morgan City or at our main campus in Franklin. Our clinic in Morgan City is located at 1124 7th Street. Call 985-384-2371 to make your appointment there. Our main campus in Franklin is located at 1115 Weber Street in Franklin. To make your appointment there, call 337-828-2550.
It happens, and you need a fish hook removed, stitches, x-rays, or you have a common ailment like a sore throat, fever, or vomiting. Total Urgent Care is here for you. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Total Urgent Care in Cutoff on Highway 3162 in front of Walmart. For more info, go to mytotalurgentcare.com.
Brothers ready mix scoring drive. Nicholls goes 10 plays, 75 yards in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. KJ Franklin a 20-yard sliding touchdown catch on Lindsey Scott's second touchdown pass of the night. And Nicholls is back with a 10, 27-17, 5:03 to go in the game. So here's Gavin Lassane. They're setting up for an onside kick here with 5:03 to go. Interesting. And they didn't get the hop. You know, Seth, I don't totally understand going for it this early on in the game. You got 5 minutes left.
Oh, man, I guess they figured go for it. If we don't get it, we got to make a stop anyway, but I'm like you.
First and 10, Louisiana.
Well, I'm thinking, even a field goal wouldn't necessarily beat you if they were to drive it down and get 3.
Well, and what I'm also thinking is, I think UL is going to want to run some clock. I don't think they're going to come out and run no hurry-up offense. So maybe if you kick it deep, they try to run the ball, run some clock. You stop them, and then they got to kick it away.
Well, we'll see. Bottom line is that the defense doesn't make a play, nothing's going to happen here. So Levi Lewis has been sensational tonight. 17 for 30, 285 through the air, and 2 touchdown passes without a pick. He starts in the gun from the 44-yard line of Nicholls. Motion man LeBlanc left to right. Snap back, handoff Montreal Johnson on first down, running right, and he's tugged down by Perry Gansey. The state champion wrestler in high school didn't let him go. Grabbed a hold, pushed him down, lost a 2, back to the 46-yard line, and it's second down and 12.
I'm going to tell you, the Colonels have kind of got a stalemate along that offensive line. I think that they have really played well along the front tonight.
From the 46 of Nicholls, second and 12 for Lewis in the gun. He's got 2 receivers left. Kyron Lacey right. Back on his right hip is Montreal Johnson. Snap back Lewis on a 4-step drop. Now he drops back further. Crossing pattern is caught. It's one of his tight ends. Jacob Bernard, brother of Zach Bernard. Those two going head-to-head tonight. Redshirt freshman from Mandeville. Jacob is the older brother by a year. Their father Joey played football at McNeese. So got a big family affair in the Bernard family. Sets up third down. It'll be third down and 6.
For the Cajuns.
Now here's that big play here, Seth. You get off the field and get the ball back to your offense. They'd be in business. Only down 10, 3:55 to go, though. Third and 6, the 40-yard line of Nicholls. Motion man LeBlanc, snap back Lewis. Turns left, has a man Johnson wide open, and it's caught. 30-yard line out of bounds at the 27.
The number 4,
and that's a 12-yard pickup.
The result of the play.
And that may very well be a backbreaker.
Yeah, and it's that reverse
It's another
bootleg, and They got a back flooding out there, and nobody, the one defender has a choice. He comes up to get the quarterback, and then the receiver's left open, and they've done a good job of that play all night.
They've only got, 4 conversions on third down tonight. I think 3 of them have probably been that exact play. 27-yard line of Nicholls. Under 3.5 to go in the game. Louisiana by 10. Lewis has the snap, throwing far side, and it's at the feet of his intended target.
Number 8,
Michael Jefferson. Far numbers are on the 20. Covered by Malik Woodring.
A little surprised that they're throwing the football. I mean, you would think they'd try to work some clock, but I know what they're thinking. We want to make this 34-17. That looks so much better. It's in the grand scheme of things. So we're maybe trying to cosmetically fix this score a little bit.
That's a thought. Jefferson left, LeBlanc right. From the 27-yard line, second down and 10. Snap back, Lewis turns, gives Johnson running left. Great tackle by Tyreek Boyd.
Now goes to number 4, Montrell Johnson.
So a loss of 3. That's a great tackle in space.
He has been behind that line of scrimmage a couple times.
Now you're at the 30-yard line. From here, you're looking at, a 47-yarder or so. So you get one more tackle for a loss. You're on the borderline of field goal range. Third down and 13. At the 30 of Nicholls. 27-17 lead for Louisiana here at home, trying to bounce back from their week 1 loss against Texas. They just got manhandled over there in Austin. It was actually a close game in the third, and then the Longhorns, who are getting the doors beat off them today by the Razorbacks of Arkansas, just ran away with that one in front of, 91,000 fans they could fit in that stadium. Play clock down to 5. Billy Napier recall his first time out of the second half.
Louisiana, this is their first time out of the second half.
I saw that number that they played in front of 91,000 fans. I was trying to think to myself what that sounds like in a headset.
So far tonight,
loud, I imagine.
Pizza Point special this Tuesday.
Very loud.
27%.
This is a 2-minute break. Tell you what, we will take it right here. We're going to take a 90-second break. We're back in 90 seconds here on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Every Tuesday.
LeBlanc Brothers Ready Mix, a locally owned concrete company serving the Bayou region since 1945. For industrial, commercial, residential, and everything in between, LeBlanc Brothers provides quality concrete at competitive prices with the best customer service in the industry. Please call us at 985-876-6254 for all of your concrete needs, or stop by one of our locations at 2519 West Park Avenue, Gray, or 6185 Highway 1, Packerville to discuss your upcoming projects. LeBlanc Brothers, a proud supporter of Nicholls Athletics. Go Colonels!
Oh yeah, where else can you go and you just feel like this is the place I need to buy my new vehicle? Golden Motors, your Chevy Buick, and nearly new pre-owned and any make or model dealership. For 65 plus years, we've been serving Lafourche, Terrebonne, and surrounding parishes. We want you to be satisfied, and that's why process priority is our slogan. Golden Motors is like no other dealership. We take pride in doing everything we can to help our customers. Definitely worth the drive down to Golden Motors. Visit us 24 hours a day at goldenmotors.com or call us at 985-325-1000. Chevy, find new roads.
Your dental health is very important.
If Hurricane Ida turned your life upside down, all of us here at A.J. Doman Chevrolet understand. Whether it's sales, service, parts, or body shop, our staff is ready to help you get your life going right again. And look, whether it's good credit, no credit, or bad credit, we can help. Give us a call at A.J. Doman Chevrolet, 985-385-3850, or contact us on the web at www.ajdomanchevy.com.
2:28 to go here from Cajun Field in Lafayette. The 5th all-time meeting between the Ragin' Cajuns and the Colonels. Jack Benjamin, Seth Thomas with you. It was a 7-point lead at halftime for Louisiana at 17-10. And since that point, they have taken control, in large part due to a pick 6 by Chris Moncrief. Big third down here, though. Third down and 13. Not over quite yet. 10-point game with 2:28 to go. If you can make a play on defense. Third and 13, 30-yard line of Nicholls. Snap back, Lewis, design run. Creates a little bit of space for himself. Lost the football. And it's picked up by Ja'Carys Martin. So they force the fumble. They get it at their own 19. And Ja'Carys Martin has made the 2 plays of the game for this defense. How about the Austin Peay transfer stepping in, making another huge play.
First and 10, Nicholls.
And the product by way of Chilton, Alabama, with a gigantic play. And Seth, we've been searching for that turnover. There's the first of the year.
That's a big one right there. It's still 2 minutes, and I know it's tough, but let me tell you.
Crazy things have happened, huh?
Absolutely. That's a big. I just like the way they just kept on competing. That's what I liked about it.
Ja'Carys Martin could be a great one. Here's a guy who's on stop number 4 of college in his 6th year of college football, making play after play tonight on a big stage. What a moment for him. So here's this offense. No biggie. You just got to go 81 yards in 2 minutes and 18 and leave some time for another score. Snap back to Scott. Looking to throw. Over the middle. Wide open Dixon across the 40 to the 45. They'll give him the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 25 yards. And that'll stop the clock momentarily, too. That's about all you wanted there.
His big night continues.
He is just racking them up now. He's up to 165 yards. Third most he's ever had in a game. Scott throwing from the 44. Rolling right, pressure coming. Got to just throw that ball away, and he does. So that's what should have happened on the pick 6. He tosses that ball away at the 45 and sets up the second out of 10. With a minute 57 to go, Nicholls down by 10.
Hindsight's 20/20, but without the pick 6, it's 20-17. You're driving for possibly the winning touchdown or the tying field goal.
No question. And think about, too, I mean, you remember you had first and goal at the 5, and you turn it over on downs. Second out and 10, Nicholls at their own 44-yard line, moving left, right, down by 10. Snap back, Scott looking left, nothing there. Looks right, nothing there. Now cocks his arm, fires sideline, and a nice tiptoeing catch by Dantes Costas, and a nice bounce-back effort tonight. This is his 5th catch. He's up over 80 yards tonight, Seth. Nice game for Dantes. Moved the chains, gain of 11 to the 45.
Yeah, he's going to be big. We talked about last week. Who's going to step up, take that other spot besides Dejan? It looks like Costley wants to be that guy.
First down, 45-yard line of UL. Minute 51 on the 4th quarter clock. Colonel's down 2 scores. Got to get it into the end zone fast. Snap back to Scott. Looks left all the way. Fires, caught Dixon again. That is catch number 12.
And skip link to number 5.
It's a career high in receptions now for Dejan, his 12th. 170 yards. Second out and 5. The problem is that doesn't do you a whole lot of good because it kills some clock. Minute 30, minute 29. Got to go fast here. Snap back to Scott. Looks left, pumps there. Looks deep. Dixon goes up. Oh, he caught another one. How in the world did he pull that thing down? He went up and snared it with 2 hands. Backpedaling catch at the 18 of UL. Spectacular. And he's nearing his career high now, which was 190 at the Riverbelt Classic. From the 18-yard line, first down and 10. What a night for Dejan. 13 catches, 185 yards. 192 yards, beg your pardon. That is a career high. Career high 192. From the 18-yard line, first and 10. Snap back to Scott. Looking to the left. Pops no. Rolls right. Steps up. Tries to run 20. 15. The 10. Reaches the ball to the 4. And he's got first and goal set. He's up to the 6. It's a 13-yard run. First and goal to go.
First and goal for Nicholls.
Gotta love the fight in this Colonel team, I'm going to tell you right now.
Impressive.
This is going to just set them up so well for the rest of the season.
It's likely going to be too little too late. Now, you can't say enough about this group and the way they've battled these last couple weeks. 35 seconds left, first and goal. Throw and catch to Dixon for the score. Far side, he just reached up and plucked it out of the sky. It's a 6-yard touchdown grab by Dejan. 198 yards on 14 catches, both career highs. The Colonels march it down. 7 plays, 75 yards, and they're back within 4, 27-23 with 33 seconds to go.
Impressive drive that time by the Colonels.
Just amazing. And look, you're still going to need an onside kick, but boy, was that something. Extra point from Lassane to our right, up and through.
The kick is good.
Louisiana may very well win this game. Nicholls is going to come out with their heads high for sure.
24.
And again, you go back to mistakes and if one thing would go differently and whatnot, but the way that this team has bounced back time and again tonight, it really has been remarkable.
You know, I just look at what happened last week and the preseason hype of this Cajun team and how much much the Colonels have progressed from last week, and not being home, not knowing what's going on at home. I mean, again, we talked about it, no excuses, but obviously it's a factor. But boy, they have stayed focused, and I am just really impressed. I know we always talk about no moral victories, but I'm going to tell you what, they're going to feel pretty good about this stuff after this one.
Career high, 14 catches, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns for Dejon Dixon. And the question now is, can you pull off a miracle on this onside kick? So they'll set it up with their hands team. You got Dixon and Costley there on the left, along with a couple others. Lassane to send it from the 35. Can you get that hop? There's the hop, and it's controlled by UL. And that'll do it. Valiant effort here tonight. It was picked up on the hands team by Devin Pauly for UL. He swallowed up that ball at the 45.
At the Nicholls 45.
And with 32 seconds left, UL is going to take over, take a couple knees, and walk out of here with a win, with a hard-fought win. But boy, what an effort this has been from Nicholls tonight.
I think all they got to do is go out there and victory formation and take a knee. And
pretty much. Colonels only have one timeout. Tim Rebo's got the headset off. Victory formation for Levi Lewis. He'll drop to a knee.
Quarterback kneel by number 1, Levi Lewis.
I don't think Nicholls is going to take their final timeout here. Tim Rebo's just going to let this clock run. And we'll see what kind of embrace happens between he and Billy Napier afterward. Of course, Tim Rebo spending 11 years here. He battles his former team to the very end. And UL is going to just run this clock out. And that'll do it. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns, a hard-fought 27-24 win over Nicholls here tonight.
And that's the ball game.
In the 5th all-time meeting between these two programs.
27. Nicholls 20.
UL holds on.
Cajuns win.
And Nicholls, after about as difficult a couple of weeks as you can get, Hurricane Ida, all that had to go into it, spending the week in Memphis, they battle to the end, they lose by 3, and they walk out of here, Seth, with a whole lot of momentum for the start of conference play, and of course for North Alabama here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an impressive performance, no doubt about it. I mean, they came up here and really played hard on both sides of the football. Was impressed with the way the defense stepped up, no doubt.
On Thursday, go Cajuns.
Wanted to mention Dejon Dixon, by the way. 14 catches, a school record, 198 receiving yards, ties the school record, and 2 touchdowns as well for Dejon. So what a remarkable night for the 5th-year senior out of New Orleans. Well, we will come back and tie a bow on this one. Once again, your final score tonight, Louisiana 27, Nicholls 24. We'll come back, wrap this one up. Right now, Nicholls and Louisiana both with a knee at the center of the field. That's a good sign of respect on this day of remembrance for all those we lost here on 9/11, and, of course, for all that has gone into Hurricane Ida and everyone that is affected by it. Both teams are right now in an embrace over at midfield, so that's a really good sign between a couple of in-state programs. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap this one up here on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.